So about Poundsima enum Otec 102.9 Esunye. Ne a Monday and a day number 25 of August 2025. Samra kopim 10 p.m. Your stories be brewa hanti yen semre rebeko straight na fia her tidbit ho. Walasti I ready or the my we are na ya jimre aba share stories aka nyina wo fie. Gold Stars had your most second major trophy in Ghana football. After winning the Premier League, almost top four. Ewa hase. With me akanyaka major trophies no hunti. Gold Stars 2 is almost common him. Almost the Africa no ebe so. What you say? 80 Gold Stars. Aji almost second trophy. Na confusion ewa kra. Has for some na aji. Gold Stars for some na aji. We must some na aji. We must say and I say na confusion basa. But na emrada hope fe. So yebehwe how our name si call yebe di match in home komo Asante Kotoko 3 matches om kobo on the top 4 ni mu nyina no. Yakoye arehosem. Ojazie 3 matches ni nyina koye arehosem. And they in tears arehosem. Na nkoyi kura. Amanfo asha said the pressure AC Karim Zito so. On a head coach. Ono mu fi say tactics e o se koso nyina no e hye nsa ntisa nkoyi dia yankobo obi adi nka asem. What you say? Ti Karim Zito. Who has Asante Kotoko fan? Also uhunyo masen. But me the personally me feel say monya di adwuma na man ni de is a motwen kakra o. Because after winning the FA Cup, Osei House J a President Cup, Echo South Africa, Echo J Toyota Cup, FA Cup, President Cup, Toyota Cup. To a miss top 4 nko. Ebia you can argue say so when mini match back kra na say matches me ensa na olusu ni nyina ne de. I mean ensem fata kotoko agreed. But yebehwe ti Kofila bi ene Demons abeba. Amstead for china na moto aba no. Number 1 Amstead SRC president number 1. Set Ofure champion Scandi or the number 1. Ene near campus wo na nya asem ketwa. Students no omu nyina hye ye boss o meto maskandi omo maka ne de omu stress chiro mo kwa students ne so meto maskandi but students amotime nka nwumre no misrew enye se obi so obeto nti wo betena fie da bi because u vote back no ewu hia e chan bibia ko ochina no pa ne kotuma set of for champion says Scandi were popular campus o brutal. Timun Kotuma says Scandi or the number 1. Amstead University no SRC president. Student population of over 30,000. E chinamuni na amunko team Emma says Scandi. Amstead for the damo pa anti ye chirano pa ebesa ba. Campaign ye nwie ano pa ebesa ambijinem. Election course nyina ne na mase ne ye pamam for chew ne ade a ti mbeto no mato no yie dia mfama se Scandi Amstead Otec 102.9Fm so ti Amstead for ye be san ba abedi mo hu nkomo students no mo ye heavy brutal mo nim tipa Amstead for o mo ne bie brutal students e wo no o ma hye me boss e china se Scandi o mi timu ama no yankwa ma no ne mra
Pomotin at the latest Saudi Torina, and on some timid about Kamana Chesabian Sono, a timid Alcaso, Shannon Sam, and Anumrea Meno Casino, the Atenesem Ram our Monday night football, I'm in fun to anymore, as some games Sauto, and on some Coso, our the Atenes Salali Cano, and of the Premier League, Amaya in summoning, and on some timid about Kamadi Atenes Manchester, and Anumere El Coson in Anime Chassis, and the free Italian culture, so we honor the woman, and some 2 games, and Anumere as to Janning, men fun to say, Tini culture, and Numeria Meno Casino, Amotinefia, Amona Saida, Nating Adehala Verona, at the bone game in a corner, net just announced some 1 sound some, and I mean confirm as some Uram our Giuseppe Miyazadi, woman, and it's an interval corner, almost some Tiffy and Torino, at the bomb game, you about 25 minutes at the Atiano, and it's some Alexandro Pastoni, and some Anyagoni Paco, at the Ama International Milano, Ama Gamono, and on some Guswa Alcosway, Timon Samanina, and on some Tibidia to Yadiatiano, and it's a La Liga, Mebato, and Mayamino Casa 2 matches, and on some Timiaba so come at the Atiana San. Aya club letting at the Athletic Club de Bilbao no mebacho enyumere meno kaseno omo jim our son mama party at the woman and it's 85 minutes any abo the attendance aya Athletic Club omo Bokane Paco ama Rayo Vallecano omo some intimate the atiano and some run it at the Ohio Sanchez no anya go ne Paco at the Amasai anything at the Bilbao ya ten summoning no and some timidity to ya ano time chen oramo our Estadio Ramon Sunset Pezuana, Mebacho Sabi, Abobo Kono, and some Abejam Wabra Gamono, a 7:30 na Chesaning and Sono, a Chasing and some Sabi, a Timono, and a Tefi, and a Po, Amasan Gamono, and on some Timia to Jadia Womano, and some Oranite, and Isidro Diaz, Ebejamo, a Santa Rafi, and Yaman Gamanama Bibian Sono, and on some Timia Kasukama Yadina, and on some Timia to Ya Entueno, Ayadia Tanasan. La Liga Manchester, Raman, and some Cosway, Town Samautono, and on some Timediamo, come on, come on, men fun to some Premier League, and you may have no Casay given a Paco, and on some Cosso Camanina, and a San Aya Club Panitin at the Newcastle, or Motifi or St. James's Parker, Amona Saida, let him at the Liverpool, and a Chesaning and some Timmy Abaso, Lame Patrol game win on Casano, Wabra and Liverpool Timono, let the attendant some Tim Bassano, and on some Ramon. I was St. James's Parker, maybe I almost some Abisi, Eddie Abafono, Newcastle support Tessano. Ehurone die he omo Liverpool team no the Tennessee tutu amachese who na and a Newcastle supporters no and some bonina and it's a Newcastle player let him at Alexander Isaka mebacho Liverpool bobo kono omo tu omani. And yes, point no, and no, and I'm a Newcastle supporters no. The attendance and Anitia Pano, let us among some Anyo Wabra, the attendance and Liverpool Bocono, and you amo pano, let us a Newcastle Timono supporters no, and some Pomutu Tuama Bibiansono, and Timmy Alco so come and give an assassin, or check here 15 minutes, and your ball, men fun to us a Newcastle, and Shaby, Liverpool, and Shaby, 11 and 2 money Jessano. Amadi Germany, no, Memfama, come and Sani, a queen and Oramo, our Newcastle, my men fun to ya, as some run it in Pop and you know, Unia and a Tanko Post and Sansono, and a Kerantini, and I say Kerantippi, and some airport into Kerantippi, a jump airport, and men fun to animal, as a Tino Livramento, and some airport come a player, let them add Fabian share airport, men fun to ya, as a dampen, and you know, on some German come a player and it at Santo Tonale. The Italian mafia and some Pocamacha and so and some running. Eddie Jolenteno and some Pony Camasansono and a Bruno Gimiresh in a moment fun to anymore and some running to the Anthony Alanga and some Posansono and I have fair pants edge and a Mukamadiatiano and it's Anthony Gotten and Yumrea Meno Caseno only on some static game and I'm a Chesabian some Timia Cosointe 11 men fun to animal some and a teno running Tim Eddie Howe and some Edward Mopano and I'm attending and some Timidiapano let me patch your live for from no a goalkeeper goalkeeper ne dim ade Alison Becker Pokama Sansono ana Dominic Sobosra ensom ejina ne fa me ba to Milos Kekes ejina benkum Sansono ana Virgil van Dijk no wura ne ten ade Ibrahim Konate ensom Shelte the tennis goalkeeper no ama bibia ensom atimi akoye kama omane mo no ayemrantie mieno Curtis Jones ejina ho Sanson Ryan Raffenbeck ensom ebo entitua Amon so actual defenders no and abadia to yan omanemo no aye 3 orani ten adequate Gakpo Samson and a Florent Vet Ebo Mohamed Maghrib Salagali ejnamo ana Hugo Ekitike we no aye 11 na me patron manager let him at Anasloton so no anon some ad wo mo bo ama adwuma ne nyina anon some atemi akoso kama se de manka no me ba cho Otec 16 minutes aye wramo no de tennis Newcastle bobo kono amon chebi Liverpool so no entimi enchebi yɛte wo nsam ne nyina no ɛno nso ɛtimi de atodwa enti wei ɛyɛ Premier League game a bɛbɛtɔ anyimere ɛtodwa no ɛna kyɛsɛ yɛyɛ from the ɛte ne sɛ Sunday anasa Monday night football no ama kyɛsɛ baabi nso ɛtimi akɔe no enti ɛna anyimere no owuram ɛwɔ top 5 leagues no a yɛnya 3 leagues a matches APM ɛno Hey, cultural Serie A no, and I feel La Liga no, and the tennis Premier League can enter boysa, and I demo rum of Ficasium no, let Chesamon so more to me as Shannon Kama, I'm a Bibian some to me a way no, and a airborne familiar to ja, as you Jimat travel and consult Thomason and you may all to me Kano, oh, partner Fenin no, and a son of Matimi Iron Shannon Kama, and the amount South Peso to Quenramo, I want a net now for one Casano, want some Oquam and a net Cheso Coco Juma. Say a juma na pesa ukoye say a school ana pesa uko say wan kasan be o kwa sa unie be anasem adamphobia anasa busuani be awa monani a me patro juma ko pako a chesem mbetime de wako wa bra wonso onya problem bia no eno aye juma travel and consult na nyimere me de todwa esem no wonso na baba nkoma na fe no ene mane nyina atimi akoso kama chane nso esem ena nyimere no me ba cho odie o pesa uramo awo UK na chesade na nkasa no Yeye UK de atene se eye visa no etime de mawa me ba cho tie ne we na nkasa no offer we no eye limited enti utie ne pa requirement no ye jo passport o Ghana card na fe wan kasa no o de 10,000 Ghana etime a deposit we are total cost no 80,000 Ghana de atene se package no ticket account visa fee account hotel account and of the documentation sa wuto ni nyina no me ba cho ni nyina eno nsom account wa yujimate no ama de ma na fe bibia so no eno nsom atemi akoso enti package we no ayade abako apa me se ukuta 80,000 Ghana uram o UK na chasa won so no wakwa akoto abrabo no so ama bibia so no etemi akoso kama opesa utu kwan ewuram o amana ne kro bia so a yujima travel and consult no ana chasa na nyimere me de todwa esem no mo so beri komana fe no wa pomatim enso akọ na fe wa kwanto nsam ne nyina no obatimi ye ne kama wuram o bo ase me ba cho yak towers ye wa last floor ho yes obaba beto ye na bibia nso no etimi akoso kama ye adia ba kone se enkane gm bank no ye ne ne tinhwene mu ewo bo ase wo sanso no ana kuma se me patronop central so on sem bookers building na office so na oba interchange no so no awon north central so no na ho na me ka no me ba tro ne nchen pe ana yujimata so ye no eno nso na wa number se ne ye 0553 944 608 0553 944-608 unum low bed no and a long track ni tria kolo you jemata so ya sesi na chasa wonso no amama den no mpe Croatia and Lithuania ni be na chasa wonso nko na kwa kokodi juma ama bibia nso nteme nkoso ni nyina no and say akwanto wonsam na ni nyina no Ababa da you jema travel and consult na chaswamo so no boy juma ne kama etimi dia ma ya ma bibia so no etimi akoye hye so asem Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies say memfon to ja asem anyumre sa wo timi nka na wani je won sam ansantua juma na nkasa won som obaya na fe watimi aye ne ya Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies and etetia de suafo Amo baba bayan central juma na nkasa ama bibia nso otimi akoye de wo no ene sa anyumre utimi nka na chesa ukuta SSC anasa wasi certificate obetimi aba school ni be we A level liver obetimi aba mature students mobro 25 years kuma ne no mo wa working experience mo nso mo betimi aba sanso ana memfa to dwa asem watch exam tefie John resource no and your friend waiting resource no meba cho onso obetimi awrama na afi no wonso wapomata ba be pick your form no ama chese adwuma ne nyina atimi ato so kama ama bibia nsom atimi akoye ntene nyina no aye de yatene sem awrama Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies meba cho ne nyina no ebetimi aboa pa ama chese bibia nso no eno nsom atimi akoye kama hyene nso ese asoe no Otec FM premises ye ya entim baabi a wo pia no pomatena fe watemi afaka lecture sa wonsom napa Otec FM yem premises ya de atenesem osi Dr. Mensa na osi Dr. Mensa na fe waka cha de atenesem obusa total foreign station one no de womanesem obusa esem oped de atenese asawase taxi no ya be che wona fe wafa otenemu no o ka che driver no esem nso obesi Otec FM osi one no lecture sa wonsom ofa taxi no aba be ram kama o ram no on saban kuma so ana ya administration no ne ba cho ram na pick form no na fedia ka bia no woni mpenimfo nso ne nkomo ama bibia nso ntimi nkoso numbers no 0547 823 005 0547 823 005 and also 0243 842 007 0243 842 007 way no aya the Tennessee Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies asuye no ana chese mede to dwasam oni yanso be bankomo na chese ne nyina nso ane ma ne nyina no tibi ankoso kama men koma ne ma afi no men fansam awto ne nyina ano nso ntimi chase join the Facebook no Otec 102.9FM Otec 102.9FM opa na wala iki page na afi no wa share live video no aya Royal Sports Week no me ba cho you jema me Brazil squad na afi no ye ni nkomo ne nyina ene sam on say Brazil Nyankopon boa international breaker me ba cho ente ye ne mo no owura ne team ade teton Carlo Ancelotti ensom ato ne nsa de afra boys awodo esem amombra ne nyina no ene sem amu games amonsom ba ba po ade atia Chile ana fe Bolivia na de wo no ene sem aye emrantia owura ne tiri Carlo Ancelotti eto ne nsa ade from no me mfanton me say goalkeepers no owura ne tin ade Alisson Becker wafre no owura ne tiri Bento wafre no Hugo Souza wafre no de woman sem o chekia defenders no aye Vesely wafre no Ventersen so no wafre no Alexis Santo wafre no Oranite ade Kayo Henrik ono so wafre no Douglas aye Santos eba Gabriel Magalhaes Euremo Marcos Marquinhos Correa Euremo Alexis Santo eba Fabricio aye Bruno ensom ejinamo me ba cho channel so midfielders no de Tennessee Hey Brazil minor, I'm afraid Andre Santos or Babe Ramo, Bruno Guimaraes Eba, Orani Team Ade Carlos Henrique Casemiro Eba, Joelinton Ramo, and of Lucas Paqueta and some Eba, Ediama Brazil attackers no, Orani Tede William Estevayo Ramo, Gabriel Martinelli Eba, Samson and Kayo George and some Eba, Luis Enrique Eba, Matheus Cunha Ramo, Abranten Rafinha, Samson and Richarlison, and of Joao Pedro Bueno, Aya Boysa, Mebacho Papaniti, Ade Teton Carlo Ancelotti, and some Adibabe Romanofeno, Mebacho Gamer, Amani Bolivia, and of Chile, Ababa Poninano, and on some Adwamo Ram Nature Jumanino, and on some Atuaso Kamaya Tinina, and on some Tibiria Tuja, and Timaya Brazil Mino, at Jumanina, and on some Kokamaya Timon Samautono, and on some Tibiria Tuja, and Sadia Macano, Mebacha Obe join it Facebook no, Otec 102.9FM YouTube no, and on some Otec Sports no, Memfantu and Musan. And you may have no casino, lecture Sadia Tennessee in something no, and on some Namwa, Ama Bibiansono, and on some Timia Quay come and Tim Matcha Sautono, Yayam Wajuma, the Tennessee Brazil sono, Yada won something and on some Timidia Pa, Amachasa Bibian some Timia Quay come, now Mamin Commanana Femim Fantuja, as a Brazil on some squadra, and on some Apayano, Oranity added Teton Carlo Ancelotti, Memfantuya Sapapano, Nesquadano, Oranity name to Santa Junior, not just a Papana Casano, Natin some any squad anymore. I know any able Carlo Ancelotti. I said, Chamano, na Adain, Anna Nemano, one Timian Fana Remo, I'm a point on some Mama book games, Former Brazil, Mebacho Carlo Ancelotti. I say young Camu Pia Sontimente. As last week, you know, over it didn't name and your problem kakra was a small problem. Nemono Adia Paco and say, Omono, and your fame, and Omobabe friend Nema, Aqua Testano. He Neymar no obia won said ye player no ono anka Samsung city Samsung no ana de atene sem aye boy na nkasa omo pese omunya no de atene se good physical conditions say be ye beboa lectures anema ne nyina no eno nsom atimi akwe omunya ne sana oba obetimi aboa de selesao ama adwuma no eno nsom atimi akoso kama our World Cup na say entim we no enye matra makwa sempia ena omo ba be ye ne nyane sem aye bida e wo hono mu a yemfa ensu nyame ye enko chenecheno enti Neymar no de atene sem ampeso munya no wa bra ono nsom obetimi aye in good condition na for World Cup no ono nsom aboa de selesao ama adwuma ne nyina no eno nsom ato so kama ye de ne nyina eno nsom atimi atodwa enti we aye de Carlo Ancelotti ne nsam ne nyina no ana chesaba pon nsom Timidia Ben and Yumrea Timun Samno, and on some Timidia Tuja. Now, ye can assign a member of the Roman Feno, made a story Sautopina, and on some Effie Clubsano, almost say a Panama channel so, I said to Net Cabama channel, every diamond scientific bar. And research clinic say maybe to neck and annually often watching what to and a chasam ote a drawing one summer a to neck ba mecha may say a drawing onumpia a babuapa amachasawi a bema or men summoning a betimia jansonin no and a sent a mata faso on what bear casano or chill sansono and our name casano feno amu you are not what bro annunci ya a bema a some yama no and a set o men summon casano and shouldn't sipping sita or babe mesem ejina mensam so bema de eni kwasa wankasa no gu wanu ma se e wo menim bema de ejina wona so na pa adwuma no mo Facebook kana so no me ba to neck no ana chesem na display ni kama e wo Facebook kana so no wankasa won we eye ojo menso baby jo no wan to so eye to papa nombe baby a wo bia no obenya bia to de tene se to neck no e ba ma bema wankasa no mensam no emoye ten kama na ma bibia timi akoso bema onu obatena che awontimi ma mesemo ye test awodo mo no mu nura awodo no boma dena fa to neke ba me chano eye wadro wo de anwumere ya me no kase no se obenum bia awo na wo pa obeba de afa doctors na number samede ba beto dwa no unu mo beti nkomo ne nyina eno sem ombe kire wo kwan ya formula ode benum atuo no na fe ne ede ba entafon so no etimi de abafie kama ama bibia so no etimi akoye to neke ba me chano ebe ma bema ewo no asan sori agina ne na so le chese wan kase ya bo abaso ewo fie ne nyina se to neke no eno ana se emema ne nyina ema ne pia we no eye samba ena eje me ba cho oba utena jom le chese wi asom ensom apoton komiche sansom ana oba wo gina jawo ensom aya aduane che eni nyina no bomate ama moja no amode na ba fam nom to naka ba me chene be abebo na fe blood circulation no mese bibia timi akoye kama to nek no aya du paako a ono no mpia eno nsom abema wo mem asam ne nyina no etimi akoso na fe ema no mese momma ba wasam no ebe san mana ba ebe maskin no obon se twa se yiraw na fe no atoso se no menome ema manu monyam ya honam no be manu monyam eye tadua no entena nwumere no mese no to nek ba me chene be ema na momense sene meye no ebe mama mense no atimi flow kama sanso no ena ema na mo ankasa mo ho lecture on sa watenka no ekofom se wukunu pa won na etedem no waba be yete se unua mo ankasa no mo ho a na mo kye mo obia pa no waba beda ne nya ne sem atenka bia ne wono no eye tonnek no na wono no ebe boa ma bebia nso no etimi akoye kama hye ne nso ese tonnek ba me cha no ebe boa ama chese adwuma wo ye no onte bre tonnek no ebe boa ama wankasa de tene se umoja na enkoya wonan no nsaye titriti no ebe boa ma chese asane moja ne mo o blood viscosity no ekosoro unante a onanum dududu etese de de waduro esu na no so no eye tonek ena eboa ma bibia nso atimi akoso ba bia tonton no bia no obenya tonek ba me hyene be na chese won so no watimi atone kama na mom no ompese obekwa kochina bra Otec FM ha opa oba front desk wo se open donate ka ba me hyɛ be ensom atimi ato na kyesa bebia nso no etimi akoye kama hyɛ nso esem o frem penifo e wa homa me de to dwai so 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 ano aye donate ka ba me cha a free time scientific ba and research clinic kaso ye no e won sam na me kan another number no aye 0249 208 252 0249 208 252 yankuya no mana fe no yam fansama wodo no nyina eno nso ntememra na me patcho ena nyimre no me wom na wakra Manchester United ne nyina eno sem ayo United bobo kono ensem pina ana chasa koso awa Manchester team no mo de wom no eno sem on say stories awodo be aba be to dwasem ayo player letting ade kobemeno eno nsom aka champion for ese ade ba kono sem ewiase we no etigija enemna enenam ono ankasa no atenchen ball no dabi oya fita a person feature edema Manchester bobo kono ekokoba na amowi eyi na sinchen e ma monfo ka saboy no onye happy a person free United bobo kono mo ena nyimre de men say kano ene say United team no yes omunya communicate bia emfam free kobi men ho asaboy no a person free Manchester bobo kono mo me ba chotie niye kobi men no enka hwe emfanche United asa onwan kasa no opeso ko ade bako anesa yese sansam no by ema chesem aye saida lete ade bayamon chenso no ade sika bai ema omwan kasa ye oma chensa kobe me no omo ba be fa no yese sa Jim Radcliffe ana ka chere mpanimfo sa ono onye ready asa United no ombelu su kobe me no na se obi ho a chese enkwan won ho a United bobo ko no betimi asa Bruno Fernandes no ana se United bobo kono asa ne ho nkwan ade baako ana se onua enkakanka krasa ono nsom enyini entiriate no ana se empanimfo na nkasa no a owura ne tim ade sa Jim Radcliffe no yesem omo die ne mo asa Bruno ne die asa Manchester ton no no mo nso nya kakra nso no e free player no homa bibia nso no eno nso etimi ekoya ya tinsam no nyina no eno nso etimi de atodwa na mom enye kobe main no ana esa bayan nso no eno nso etimi atona na sa omugyan no amane kokowram na bayan mo nchimbo bo kono mo na me pacha nyimre de men se kano ana sa Bruno Fernandes amekano same no yesi boy na nkasa no aya ni agent a ono nso ane ne tedwuma no yesi several times na cheso wura no eka ade che player ne se ebeya enkom so amama tempe be bimfa ne se ITR bobo kono yete ne se wura mo awa Saudi Arabia omo pe wura ne tin ade Bruno Fernandes ade na from Manchester na de woman ye yese ITR bobo kono aye secret meeting with Bruno Fernandes de yete ne se aya ne refs no ama de men se ken na nwumere no ane se yese Bruno aka kire and agency no aka kire Etihad bobo kono ese Bruno no se ofri Manchester United a me ba cho sika obeti Etihad no aye every year bia 33 million pounds and wa pesa bane ho na chese ono nko no waje akokodi ama yase san komodie no eno nsom aguso ekoso obeka ya me be pie so awa ha ede ma last Friday no esa Etihad bobo kono ejina pono na chi bom esa Bruno ombe fa no ama chese boy no aba be bodwoma na dia mo ma ya je san sam ne nyina eno nsom etibidi atodwa eno aya kakra na nwumere eba ane ya de won sam ne nyina no eno nsom etibidi ama no menkoma no na fe no memfanto no sa saida ne de Manchester ho no be ba cho anwumere dia men se no and say boy and it and send Lemaire me baba kan asem oye goalkeeper ade maklaba ne did Royal Antwerp no me ba cho goalkeeper na anyemre dia men say kano and some aya side ne did Manchester no on set me catch out set personal terms no our total sports no so United bobo kono and player na reche ama chese dia aka no and some aya side ne did United and so no and Royal Antwerp be we anyemre ya dia men say ka and say yes Akoto ne bro na goalkeeper ne tin ade san leme waba bewura mo awo United ne nyina ne some agreement no aye two clubs na enche bia omo som obetimi areche eno nti ana me patcho boy no de atene some obakaya me de to dwa awo Total Sports no so asem aye player na nkasa no aye Antwerp game anu omo kwa kwaba no omo som aye ne ti ade ne free Manchester squad no ne nyina no ane se player ne de onyaya enka obo game ne benem no Antwerp say United abani edin koma ye economy anu makrom a yenyi prebu wo kwan masa o kwa kope Manchester ba enya ha na ne ba betai ochene bi ye de watom no obi atai efrekire ba uyi dia fo ba na so ye be hu ana abetre ya kwa hwan ya masa skana boye enti chairman tranche ne ni anu nwie eno ana chesade ye mense ka no ana sem akaka krabe na fe two sides no and some reach agreement na fe no aye goalkeeper na ba bewramo awo side denetim ari United na fe adwuma ne nyina ono som abane kama ama bibia nso no etimi ankaso ye de nyina no ensom etibiri atodwa na me patcho Betis bobo kono yes stop almost Anthony Matheus dos Santos no ese omunya boy no ne nyina ne se Betis bobo koni ye adwuma behind the scenes asem omusabeka Anthony na de tiene se yes Betis bobo kono ase no kure ne utekia na chese omo ankasa no omo pese omo ye everything possible ama side we etimi apen ne nyane se Betis tim no ehia Anthony ana Anthony so no aya na adwene sem anu so be bo Betis tim no entim aya side ne dire Betis no omo so awe no so anya bia no anu so betimi akwa last days no lectures omo dia assign Anthony a ya de won sam ne nyina anu so etimi dia ba be ba cho me wuro no femere nsam awdo ne be etimi dia ba Manchester bobo kono ene ye bo wa ma wa tete kwamra ma me player ne tin ade Rasmus Højlund ne ni nkomo ne nyina ne san aye boy we no ade ba kon se ya Benjamin Sesko e bae no ne playing time no abe say lenge kete ama unia o nshada nya bi mosa na eno ana United a communicate ade a che Rasmus se uya akwada masa kwa abontene kope bibo unia de chinchine twen waye say e bia aman wase one de United na se no enkakra boy na ete ase ba de men say kan say Manchester and Napoli bobo kono and some to a conversation so ne for player ni team and the tennis Rasmus Højlund the menseka and the boy no already say oh yeah convinced about projector be ba to Napoli bobo kono o run the team and the tennis Antonio Conte and some session no and team aya boy no yes one some aya ready as Napoli bobo kono say United and some no more reach agreement on some aba court now for akwakoya adwuma about Diego Armando Maradona Franco Stadium ho ama chesane nyina nso no etimi anto so kama ya tede nyina anu nso etimi di atodwa anu aya kakra na nyimere empa no anu ete won nsam awdo ne nyina no anu nso etimi di ama na chesa bebia nso no anu nso etimi akwa me wuram awoto na mbobo ko no mo se tim bako a chesa form no aya pa e wo Premier League no no aya tournament pe bobo ko no na me patcho de wo me ne tournament tim no awuram boy of Leverkusen ama say everything ha gaba ono kwano no waka ne ho oba be wie tim no enti de atene sa tournament e peso mu to be film tournament ko na me ba twa de me nseka ane some ama approach side and de Leverkusen for already team adi Piero Hincapié anyimre de me nseka no ane say yasa tournament tim no amo per loan plus obligation to buy around 60 million euros. Yes, I saw boy Nankasano, I an evaluation no o check here. Lectures no abe ni release closer 2026 club PR. Ebe timia tia afano na the tennis in company the men say can say yes boy no anka Leverkusen for say or no nani jeton and project no ono aya willing eso be contemplating fonya no na fe ono Piero Hincapié ono sum nwuram awa side le tin ade de tie ne sam aya tournament pe ano ane kakra na nyimre etodwa ane ade won sam ne nyina no eno sum etimri aba be ba chance bobo kono egoso ehwe ane se anya bia amba ma players ne be enso atimi akọ ansana e bia signings amo so betimi aye no ama wie be ba cho nyimre de amense ka no ane se Bayern omo say omo ahwe no mo sam owura ne tin ade Nicholas Jackson no betimi afa ne yes player ne side no anyemre de eba no ade se Bayern ade Nicholas Jackson reach agreement no aye personal terms buy no agree to buy no terms de man no say the akwa no and some aye Chelsea team no so no ababo matena fe ne buy and so awie na fe adwuma ne nyina and some atemi akoso ne say buy no buy for double swoop ne nyina ne say 2 players and a buy an airpair at the free Chelsea bobo kono mabo Nicolas Jackson din yes no anya piano Chelsea bobo kono pebe 40 million pounds at the free mo another player just on some other Bayern listen so no aye Christopher Nkunku the mean say can boy no an evaluation on some other so no o check here and on some 46 million euros okay come on na bom na fe no o convert at the pounds more let just Bayern bobo kono some omutia be 80 million pounds at the Masaida ne think na the Chelsea for 2 players no ano ani kakra na nyimre etodwa ana just e de won sam na nyina no ano some timidi abama bibia so no ano some timi akwe me ba Chelsea bobo kono Kofi Labi tiemiye na fefo aso be me nyina ane sem ensambodi ya ebe no eya modi akama me ba choko Palmer akwakonya groin injury dia me nse kan na nyimre no ene sa o chekia na Chelsea for no yes amokwakoye extent of sa boy no ni injury wanya no ne nya ne sem ade no ane say boy no o ye nipa ba ko a say Chelsea team no count on him despite say o chekia enche piano Romeo Lavia ebetimi apano Chelsea bobo kone hwe animo ase ko Palmer ni pro no anu some kwankwa channel fe no anu some kwankwa join sa de kan sem aye injury list no anu aye kakra na nyimre etodwa ade free Chelsea bobo kono mo anu aye de eba ye de nyina anu some timi de ama bibia so no anu some timi akoso kama min fanto no sem Olympic dome say bobo kono awrem amo Paris Madrid midfielder ne din ade de yetene se Daniel se bios asa boy ne mra metedwuma na de woman ye be ba cho ene no de yetene se ma se bobo kono e contacted Daniel se bios and company over personal terms the men say can say Marseille and Madrid 18 komo asa midfielder na anye bia Madrid en fane mo on loan na fe oba lectures next season no some anya option to buy na fe niam ne nyina no etimi akoso kama ya de nyina anu some etimi de atodwa yes no na akwa ba sa Madrid say Santani se buy so kwa one way on betie semo akwa pe midfielder na mo no yes Madrid bobo kono mo empanifo ni be and some ejede asa owra ne tin ade Thiago Pitach akwada we tia ball so e won finfin ho na o tene na oskane field na so a masa one Vitinha no penti we no eni kwansan amo kope midfielder bia ade ne ba ne mo no empanifo ne bi nsum agide sem owura ne tin ade Thiago Pitach amekana sem no lectures boy na nimfin susa enti o so mo so no for player or experience or ba ebetimi abon of Thiago Pitach mo no amo nsum atimi develop ye ama adwuma ne nyina anu nsum akoso ya de ne nyina no nsum atimi ya todwa me ba cho Madrid bobo ko no say the apa and it's a first penalty taker and offense so the attendance a direct free kick say ba any power be no aye Kylian Mbappe Lotin Madrid empanifo no and as a coaching staff no say owura no and ye no as a sao ro no ono na eso teki our Madrid bobo kono mo ama chese bibia nso no anu som atimi akoso kama ya de nyina anu som atimi ya to ya Madrid team no ase hwe komo omo play omo de ne bremo aye ni ko pass no boy no omo tese clubs awo do open no na de ba ko ne se owura ni tede ni ko pass no say tonam edisika ba okeka bomu a e ko be 70 million euros eno ani ase Madrid bobo kono kan che komo se hwe boy no ye ni po ba ko next summer no amo peso oba no oba be ya adwuma de Madrid entini kwanse komo bobo kono eton no ye se ya no ana komo tim no so no e consider se sika we anya bia Madrid mo je hafa ebetimi aka half ama yade akwa midfielder ama yade na ba eno aya kakra na anwumere no eno som to ya Rodrigo ana na anwumere ya mensenka ana say yase ni agency no waka kire o mo se ono ankasa no ono som anya club foforo obetimi akọ ne nya ne se energy ade ne je onya bi e wa Madrid bobo kon kama vinga ego so hwe se bibia betimi akọ nemom yase sama we no aye huge offer every Saudi Arabia e buy boy ne catch almost on ready as a cover biano I the eba Danny Kabaya and the Amensakano and I said the position our first 11 no more Alonso catcher and said or the concrete guso den wunia a cementi into no more worry pia oberbo amania mani nyina no and some atimi akoso yes you wefa awrem our Spotify company akwa ho na omokoye no nukrenie yɛse mama hwɛ sɛ nneɛma no nyina no ɛno nso tumi akɔso nti no yɛse ɔmo de favorable report ɛna ewura mo ɛwɔ UEFA fa so yɛ na afei ɔmo akɔhwɛ ɛsɛm deɛ teɛ ne sɛ saida na tim ade baasa nso no UEFA Champions League no ɔmo tumi ayɛ adwuma hyɛ ne nso ɛsɛ Polovia Ventures ɛde quality and original jerseys no ɛde aba enyimire otumi nka na wankasa opɛ club jersey a mɛse anwa wɛni ɛyɛ original wei no ɛnyɛ ebi apam sensen bia wei no ɛnyɛ kyɛsɛ amane abudwom bia kyɛsɛ no ɛyɛ Polovia Ventures owura mo ɔmo de deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛm original jerseys no ɛde aba sɛ ɛyɛ club bi ɛna wopɛ anasɛm ɛyɛ country bi jersey ɛna wopɛ no ɛyɛ Polovia Ventures na wo nsa nso no ɛbɛtumi aka ne kama hyɛ ne nso ɛsɛ medals awodoɔ akyɛsɛ mo organize tournament bi mobɛtumi de agu so no nyina Polovia ɛde bi aba deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ trophies awodoɔ no wobɛnya bi na Polovia so yɛ anti competitions awodoɔ a bɛbatwɛ mo organize ne nyina no mo petrofia ɛno nso atigya akyɛsɛ obi a player bia no ne nsa som a ɛyɛ ne kyesa ma no ɛno nso afi Polovia Ventures aso yɛ bɛbatwɛ captaincy armband no obɛnya bi na wode ato jersey ne so na afei captains no ɔma team ade ato so kama red and yellow cards awodoɔ ebi wɔ hɔ for referees nso no ana whistles a referees no ɛbɛyi so no ɔmo wɔ bi footballs and football boots awodoɔ no mompiem ɛwɔ KO Foco bookshop ne nwɛ ne mu hɔ a ɛna mbɛto deɛ teɛ ne sɛn Polovia Ventures ɔmo nso no na afei mu no ɔmo di nkɔmɔ ama bibia nso atumi akɔyɛ kama hyɛ ne nso ɛsɛ number no ɛyɛ 0548 508 186 0548 508 186 ɛno ɛyɛ Polovia Ventures ɔmo so yɛ ɛna mede to dwa Osei Enterprise ɛsɛ memfa nto ɔno sɛ anwummere no sɛ wotemi nka na opɛ perfume a ɛbɛlaste deɛ ɛtɛ ne sɛ afebɔɔ wɔn ho wobɛsi atadeɛ no agye sɛ nipa anaasɛ ɛtete na wogyae hyɛ ansa na pɔmpan no fam no ɛyɛ Osei ɛna wokɔ a perfume sa wodɔn no ebi goɔ sɛ ɛyɛ Assad sɛ ɛyɛ Polo perfume sɛ ɛyɛ Club de Neon sɛ ɛyɛ Sugar sɛ ɛyɛ Matalot ne deɛ aka no nyina no wobɛnya na wɔ Osei Enterprise aso yɛ hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ designer slippers awodoɔ bi ɛte sɛ Adidas Nike Gucci Hermes and Versace no ɛyɛ Osei ɛna de ma asoyɛ no ɛwɔ Ketia Dubai me patro police station no ne nkyɛn so wɔ a ɛna wɔto Osei Enterprise na afei nkɔmmɔdedeɛ no nyina no matumi atoa so kama numbers no nie 0249 238 370 0249 238 370 anasa 0502 520 634 0502 520 634 we no every Osei Enterprise omo and the original and quality perfumes and offense no original slippers awodo na every various designers no no etimi dia ba komase mantem omo boy e ma ye kwamana ne akofa amana ne nsem no e de buy de eba and say no Napoli said yamaka no owura ne din ade de tie ne se Rasmus Island no omo hwe no mo se boy no bebia betimi akoi na afi omo nsanso no etimi aka ne kama ama bebia nso no etimi akoi ensam ne dɔso ne mom no Joe Bellingham and an parents yabani omo awo Dortmund omo dressing room ho yese boy ne yi ni film na ne maame ne papa
Yes, Maka Simano and song na what you bought. Aha, Otec 102.9. Kobi.
Kanu.
Siya, boko there.
Oh, Radia Dum ne di kind of be a said ye Kanwa. And ahwi no so etosumi no. But no money be. Yes. Sounds all the same page, right?
Oh yeah, I'm yadum. As a man can tell me who as I wanted a yaba from be
so any bomodiana also negu.
I was a musu one of you
was no money good.
We're to me fan that. All right, and yeah, you take care of her now. You share how any MSC call stories in our last year go on games about weekend.
Yeah.
Reactions upon reactions. Any this is in for 15 minutes be another 20 enough na. 20 minutes. For 20 minutes to film now. Yeah, share university.
Okay.
7-4 by 7 saying 8 saying
me met you.
There's about 7-4 here until the 20 minutes come by
everyone say 8:20.
8:20.
And
8:20 26 minutes.
Okay, 8:15.
Okay, we am fine 8:15.
All right, Katechi Medasi. Yensan Chieti Funina any omo share ewo amanoni. Aha, diaspora for no.
Chia squad nina.
Aye. Weekendi me braba kubi so ye friend DB. Ye bon komo.
Okay.
Na
from Abroche.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Java jewelry by DB.
Oh, okay.
Aye. DB ye heavy. Eti senior Michia wan komo no ye beto aso. Ye beto aso. Ba me show so monitor enyumre ntima minchia no.
DB. TP and a DB as in Dadabi. Okay.
I'm on for friend the God on earth.
Wow.
A job free no.
On one more and the banner
ne bano.
Okay. You are heavy.
Oh, we heavy. We come with you. You're heavy.
DB. DB nangaza credit that was why you I don't come bazawara be the audio. DB. Who be as your friends are do event DB. Hey, Dada B.
Oh, yeah, heavy.
Dada body Jack. Ejina Dada for Dada madi. DB for the year. Who be papa Dada.
But we do any Pastor Nico. Pastor Nico so Calvary Redemption Church.
Okay.
Ewo Davine.
Aye. And you already have family there so for you ma. Oh
yes,
Victory Baptist Church. Yeah.
Sure.
And same pai bona kwa kujina ya wada no pa Otec Police Park na Friday the annual Botanical Gardens. Nti ono ani kura mu so for you ma bende. Bomb pa ta ya chi. So
as in saying
could be na check out. Because of you ma.
Just of him and just of food, especially the good ones, the heavy ones. Omo mabana and saying kakrebi no more champion be popularity no there.
So for you, real man of God.
Sure.
Yeah.
We
can use
my
Mr. Pubi so ye no bass he was so nice.
Yeah.
Saturday the especially and I hunting.
Maybe I may so nice. Maybe I may touched. I saw a video of the man in no more na any birthday. No my God, no more 2 birthday song. So I'm saying some pabinya and ko ha. But anyway, when they nina can be. But
contour no.
A man wants to be Germany effect.
Oh, Charlie.
To my idea.
Naka, I wanted to inquire to know, sir, football people need be bahwa. Me who say Bishop ebe born Sam and another one ponsa.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was figure no kwade hu yeah. And
so Saturday no so yehu Dr. Kwame Che Nations.
Yeah, Dr. Kwame Che Oni Kuka
from Nations.
Yeah.
And Kim Pfizer Alhaji Karim Grisa.
Yeah.
At least the yehu ya no.
The kotu yehu ya.
menim se bia GF fo ni bi ba na
ya na mbese mi hu no what na mbese mi hu no because Mr. Pobi there it will sound abnormal say Mr. Pobi here say FA no emma ho. So football if for na into me emma ho at least and a rep from the FA. I'll be representing football association, no? You get it?
Yeah.
Because for all his life, since Ura football move so many years ago, no. FA no juma up and down.
Yeah.
What tone players? I'm a football for 90 percentages. So what I say. So he's a proper member of the system, and
yeah.
Now me very curious about that.
Me who Thomas Duanso.
Yeah, Tommy said Tommy or Ton a ton. What a ton. Mr. Pobi na ton ko abridge from New Plasters or ton called
Straight
France. Aye. So unti
hona maton we
Mr. Dube can say or no be call with the body no.
Yes.
Obe join the family near the body ni be call adwuma
Central
till Saturday no. Onya available funeral grounds so hopefully be and run or call but na yes so I would love to speak to him now means Zebia on also information say F4 ne ba ho bia
but so ma we be on
e be nwanwa me the best time my real same case because I mean just like I was saying was several committees be brave so or FA ho what I mean football there say
okay at a point near the prominent men be to go and think about Ghana football.
Yeah, he was invited. That was when Mahama Yariga, sports minister. I think it was 2015.
Yeah,
2015.
After World Cup issues.
Yeah, 2015. Yariga 2015 after on a dear coin. No, Yariga could be that sick bed or join on the chair Jeep Cherokee. No, Mahama Yariga.
Yeah. And that Mishia now or that Sudan game. Our former Kotoko defender.
And I always remember. The time of the sports ministry with one famous interview after sharing the Jeep Cherokee Nisi Cabini Adema players for placing second and man for Kokan or say these players are putting our name on the map for free. Now go to CNN and BBC. Other countries pay money. Say you advertise on mine. But of course, when him say Rwanda it Jessica Kessie, Emma Arsenal for say Omo MV a man from visit Rwanda. And at the DR Congo for so I shall say so people pay money to advertise their countries. But footballers no. The football no advertise or man Ghana mai. So they can quantify sa advertisement cost now. Because you can't go to CNN and say advertise come to one now with a don't make you good money. You get it. So he was making a very good point. But Ghana for Yantia said then. Because who's a Ghana for Yebufua Ube Trimoa O Sewasem.
Especially Ghana for Bufua.
Me say, the Ghana for Bufu. Ye take position was same Bihua. Opa Menchim. Jai Kasa ya Ibijai. But we dream dia. We say was
me make point, but to be until
so he was making a very good point. But now me name doing to some extent, but he was also defending very well. Ti Mahama Yariga time more on ya.
See on
Mr. Pobi Mamo call Best Western Premium Hotel. Could take eminent football people could join a ball on ya.
Sure.
Mr. Pobi Koba was your kind of one Vanyajuma.
And I said be seen a 5 years. White paper crack commission tea white paper crack no crass. I go see that guy.
All right, Govi.
It be more there's a football for especially the school, the president, vice, any all those. If Oma Mawa, enyami wanwa, many woman enyadwe, but enyami wanwa because all say Krumuhano. If Oma a dissenting viewer, I want for you say you are like an enemy. So Yemvan say criticize the system be those in charge. Efani say we anti that system on umpe umuye. You remember sa nkomoni those things. Inti you say Mr. Pobi what you say now or strong critique of the Football Association, especially eno ma bi ya omo ye me sure say sa third term madiwe bayi na nkotiase no wa hoden a
ngometi omo sumu
sempa baby a ni view say be ti e ba ne sa na they see you in a different way even ne cry adwuma ikra no after your submission a man for who in a different way sometimes you meet somewhere you just want to get closer, shake hands with people. They don't want to look at your face because assembly by no I drink no ne in favor or no ni position.
On your problem.
Your enemy. I mean, we have a lot to do, but may I sure say a lot of people also came around. A part of the football family, and be sure last respect to Mr. Pobi.
Yeah.
I think so baby will be no nakuma betoni him.
He will continue to rest a proud man.
Yeah.
Because we are paying dues here pa Bobra.
Sure.
Mr. Pobi Bobra.
I remember those were your words.
Yeah.
Your way you nasi.
Yeah.
Even your call 1 week in the crowd. Those were your words.
Bobra.
You
look at the family who share Mr. Pobi Bobra.
I'm funny crazy.
Amen.
Till we meet again. All right.
Which is about 100 years time. All right, yeah,
okay, senior.
Is it about 84 to the Vaco 24?
Oh, then 20 crowd. No, maybe prepare across weekend. Some of them, Enra, we had a chance to talk about. No money in too heavy on all those games and issues. You're commenting on them and total sports no so. But let me talk about this issue in Germany. I remember say Omobom Super Cup New Year. I made a comment. I was our platform way so. And me kai clearly say I am yet to see a side a bet say ne ho den enough in Germany say obe compete Vincent Kompany and Bayern Munich for the Bundesliga title. At least in the last 2 seasons we saw Leverkusen say very competitive enough to me a BT Bayern Munich to rate they won it. Unfortunately, last season, Omentimian defended the title, but they were competitive. Dortmund left the scene at a point, but Edu said Niko Kovac ebayeno. They bounced back. Omunya top 4 place. But so here, the first week games in the Bundesliga, no, it shows clearly. It comes to confirm my position. Say Bayern looks like Omuye way ahead of the other teams in the Bundesliga. We saw how Dortmund played against St. Pauli. And, I mean, at a point, not Dortmund lead by 3-2. They were just about ending the game with a victory. Niko Kovac, unfortunately, equalized and by. So they picked the point. Pick Leverkusen. Ten Hag in charge in the first league game at home. Onusu Lusuye by 2-1. And Ten Hag the crowd, I saw it coming because Osei Leverkusen inside now. They've lost almost all the key players are now under Alonso. Normally compete. So I mean in Germany there, I think say Bayern can comfortably win the Bundesliga, but baby a lot expected of them no will be the Champions League. In Tidrua, we'll see how it goes. But so far there, may I sure say Omwana Edika, even though you may say it's too early, but our trade teams need now I do not see either Dortmund or Leverkusen or any of the teams so wait me be pushy to that level or any Bayern Munich ever pre league title no. So I mean kudos to Vincent Kompany and the guys no, they are really on fire, especially Luis Diaz and Harry Kane. They are doing a good job. They are carrying Champions League. I mean, you sure see Drew. They will make a statement. Now in Italy, Enra na meka ho asem. So here AC Milan led by Allegri. Osei Juventus, led by Hugo Tido, right? And Inter is playing against Torino. No matter taking lead, no. I don't know if they can hold on to it. But if you look at how enormous city now, Juve, Milan, and then Inter, none of them. And so now, I say, who are things are, it is too early mode here. But if you look at Antonio Conte, and the way a manner Washington side now, I think Omunswa make a statement, say the league is for them to lose. And I'm happy for player B to say McTominay. I mean, McTominay is making the point in the Italian league. I will not be surprised if Oye consistent this season. Me enyam say the following season, teams from Spain and England will go back chasing for the signature of Scott McTominay. And he's taking advantage of the Scudetto platform, no, to rebuild himself, and it's very good, and it's good for Napoli. I think they are in a position to defend the Scudetto. Maybe a whole problem, no, a Champions League na ebeka this season for Antonio Conte. But me sure say he's trying to add up, put things together, so Benya squad size be obetimedi are competing very well in the Champions League and also in the domestic competitions. But it's a good start for Antonio Conte. It's a good start for Antonio Conte or Italy honum. Na Kanu Spain this weekend, I said a lot about Barcelona. I think say the only issue 2 goals no conceded, you know. I've said it, say last season, especially in the Champions League, na Barca inability to keep clean sheets and a man Inter and knocking them out of the competition. So if there is anything Hansi Flick ebeye huejuma this season, ebeye say obeshe how the team concede goals. So they won against Levante by 3 goals to 2, but the real issue 2 goals no concede, you know, and they need to work on that. But they are not too they look like a comfortable side. Almost every department they are good to go, right? Who said this game against Levante, he decided to say, or the Ferran Torres, Ebebo, the leading man, na wabo Rafinha behind Ferran Torres until the Fermin Lopez score bench, and was starting Marcus Rashford, the left wing. We didn't really see much from Marcus Rashford. It was not one of the best performances, but it looks like the coach is trying him to see, say, if Obetimia function very well on the pitch. And from where I sit, any the way me who know man, imagine say Opesonia Marcus Rashford and then Rafinha, the 2 of them on the pitch at the same time. But the first game when they played from the start, no, I said that I hit the ground running. But beyond that, Barcelona is all good to go. It's good that on a difficult day, to be managing any of the 3 maximum points. The same thing when I was saying is that Madrid cannot afford to lose that game. It's a very nice way to start a season like that. Our first 2 games at home against Espanyol. Then we are now against a newly promoted side, Real Oviedo. Osasuna, yes. And then Osasuna at home. Then they came to play Oviedo. I mean, fixtures we unya to me started. I mean, season year. But I think Zenradia saw the performance no etoto last week. Osasuna the we saw improvement kakra on in terms of general team play. Maybe it's because opposition newly promoted side there. I don't really know, but clearly na enoma ye kakra coach ne sign some changes with the introduction of Mastantuono, Rodrigo, and Odivini Jr. co-bench with Arda Güler and Mbappe leading the attack. Echire Honso, Obo Rudiger again alongside Dean Huijsen, Timilektao echo bench. I mean, he was trying to make changes near there, but it paid off, especially for Kylian Mbappe. So far, Kanu, as we speak, Kylian Mbappe has 3 goals in 2 La Liga games. Agro. I mean, last season, because Madrid, the entire team, no more demo, and said that Antino overcrowded the performance of Kylian Mbappe, because in the La Liga alone, Mbappe had not less than 31 league goals. In fact, I say 31 league goals with 3 assists. Even in the Champions League, he had 7 goals plus 1 assist. And he is good for Madrid. Say Mbappe, ebe started like that. The aka a consistency and even more. And you know, I mean, fresh 2 games too early, but I mean, or the 2 biggest teams in the league. Ubia winning the games, doesn't matter how it went. Ubia was 6.6 points. They disappointing at the performance of Atletico Madrid, led by Diego Simeone. I think it's about time was Simeone team in the party ways. Watch it. Sometimes coach be chippy, sana do baby. The motivation to push forward no crano in New York. So I think they need to look at other options on now if they can make a change, because the playing body materials now Diego Simeone Kutana, they are not bad. On the day Obe decided say Obebo Alvarez and Obi to say Griezmann. I mean, how many teams and there was a combination? No, I'm saying in recent times Griezmann form they were forming there, but I mean on any day very good player. And so far, I mean, losing the first game away to Espanyol, now ball 1-1 at home against Elche, very disappointing from Diego Simeone and the Atletico Madrid side. And I think a performance nature say it will be a street fight between Real Madrid and then FC Barcelona. But I think that Barca were ahead in terms of near Oye favorite to pick the La Liga title. But it is still Real Madrid, and it looks like Alonso working hard, vary the options, no, and try to get a set of players on any day. Ne starting 11, even though he said say only a set of 11 players are the game. It depends on the opponent. Any players are best or your best start. But I mean, I disagree with him. I mean, as a team there, you need to have your first 11. So now my ball to say BBC no be anywhere, then somebody comes in. That is the normal practice. But if he can bounce back, put things together and compete Barcelona for the title. Mami England. We've said a lot about Arsenal, Chelsea, and then Man City already. But there was a kakakra about Manchester United and what happened yesterday. It's unfortunate, say, news if free Chelsea air battery say Kopama situation may be a bit serious. There are reports say China umbe scan near there. Other reports suggest this and you could be taking about 4 weeks and all of that, but the confirmation will come after the scan and assessment. Well,
in his absence, Chelsea share 5.
But in his absence, it was Estevao, any big name. But can you say, how the Estevao, Jinahona, the Kopama, Jinahona, they are not the same players. Difference room. Ain't he? On any day, Chelsea be person Obenya Kopama in the team, because he is the man I will drive it Chelsea where anymore a lot. Ain't he? So I may see 2-3 games crana. In a way, many should say Chelsea fans, the Chelsea family will be happy about it. But the good thing is there are other players who can step in and beat me a Chelsea and good results. For example, against West Ham United, Estevao played. I mean, he even assisted Fernandez goal. No?
One of the man of the match.
So he did well. That's the good news. But on any day there, Kopama is Chelsea's man. So Chelsea for any month say after scanning the assessment, any too serious, okay. Right? The Red Devils away to Fulham. I remember last season, both home and away, United share Fulham. Old Trafford was 1-0. At Craven Cottage it was 1-0. It may be slim, but offer 6 points nina. So what you say? A league nearby, opposition will be determined by the number of points will be accumulating. So United are a terrible season. 2024-2025. They want to build on it. They want to do better this season. And the grounds are okoya okowini. So oko this time. Now could take a lead. Na opponent ne beti unya penalty missing at the end of the day with the 1 point in the free all bar disappointing. Na the mame disappointed more in the United team and run. Say performance no mu show ye against Arsenal week 1. Me sure so mu repeat the same performance. After the Arsenal game, Kanu, na Arsenal winning, but we're talking about United performance and they impressive and must sign say Enoma be better. Then against Fulham, at some point the coach was like, "Oh, manage game." No, he changes near the he was trying to manage the game. Goes in so bow a year, St James Park. So they say 2-1, right?
Liverpool 2. Newcastle 1. Newcastle for at Cannibal was in CA.
Where Bruno, right?
Bruno Guimaraes.
And before that, Gravenberch ne Ekitike so
Ekitike ne you.
And then Phantom, the one who saw Florian Wirtz, but maybe he will get better. So until back to United game in the Kanu. Maybe I was expecting them to do better than Nyomuye against Arsenal. So, but watching the games carefully, any coach in the lineup, anyhow or arrange players no failed no so.
But sorry, but Yankaitif was a Newcastle for a red card in Tomo ball with 10 men.
Yeah, Anthony Gordon is
out. Okay, all right.
So, inti Kanu. Me share lineup ne de cause any the commentaries around baby our day Bruno Fernandes airbo in the central midfield area alongside with Casemiro ni adia and some Pierre Bano. Ena Madrid could see some weeks ago Komobi ani edu. I remember me noti news rumors and I'm see today mpese me here Manchester United 11. You remember around that time now it's United they are not buying near the end. I remember say I see that they have quality, they have players. The Akai say coach no ebes sano. Can we see? There were such coaches in the system say I mean they don't depart from way of playing. So but sometimes situation need demand they say ube change. You have to change.
In the modern game you coach Bisa. Oh, so as the demi boy ni apart from Amorim.
Say Pep numni club money ade omo 4-3-3 no omo time you omo 7 free home.
Yeah, because they've been winning. Somebody say
that's why and I make say situation biba ne say wo sesa wonza no a ube change e wo say wo change. Even Pep ni club aye come asem. There are times they are so pragmatic say they would have to defend to get something and they do it. So meaning say sa coaches no but Amorim the day is the Premier League. It's a very difficult job. There is pressure at United team na conform. They want to come back and he say oh yes sir, this is my way of playing. Maybe this whole conversation say or the backing of the United hierarchy in so can be. Make I say, I said here, say, either so be 4-3-3 and also be 4-2-3-1. It will help. No one kasa ni players now wako sign o mabano kra no e mani ye so clear. Say, e also switch from sa 3-4-3 and now 3-4-2-1 no M1. Uhe ti say ni right wing back is here. Anytime Obepeso Obebo Ahmad Hubiano, I have issues because Ahmad he can't come back to defend. And Ebema opponent that space or that side to operate. Now United who chileno. So something like a 4-2-3-1. Ubetimia de Bruno Fernandes Yaba Bejina number 10 ho. That is where the guy is comfortable and that's where Ubenya the best out of him. Ubetimia Bokunya. Right left wing with Imbomo. our left wing. Say such squabba. Enti odina gina ni mo kama. But as a say professor so Pemesi Mount to team him. So a lot will depend on the coach. He needs to change. And yes, sir performance here yehu ewo Kevin Cottage Kanu ebeto to aso. Because most of the players cannot function in certain positions. Look at Macy Mount at some point, Krano. No, the number deep central midfield. I mean, so clearly, who say manager no was so ye BB. It's not just about individual players, any lack of quality in the United setup.
That argument in the term.
Yes, it's not about that. He needs to vary in the way of doing things, or more to suit the strength of the players. There are cases Kanu Obe try to shift players to certain positions. Omukoya no ma bonafa. And who so but we switch to where players can function well. So I mean, SAT 3-4, 3-4-2-1. No, I don't think say Ebema United because anytime be obe born say be Kanu obe pekunya any Imbomo together with another person will be lead the attack. No, it's yabasa. You say Uchi Bruno Fernandes Eben Finfio. Either say Odinebeba be partner Casemiro and I say Ugarte. And operating from that area, guy never struggle. And today he's all over the place. People are even suggesting say Beya Nienka United man in co. But I think say he is not a player United in here. No. It is about where a coach in the born. In 2 games, it's disappointing for Manchester United, especially when you go back over league log. No, now say United, AD somewhere 15th last season. Now this season, you about 2 games. Kanu, now say United position is 16th. It doesn't speak well of the club. And the commentaries around, no, see, I'm no Casemiro, there will be a lot of pressure on him. But remember, it doesn't matter how. And Kofuono in charge United management no etainachi. After 5 games, 6 games, 7, 8, 9, 10 games, na say results ni yesi ya, they will be forced to take action. Especially when old players they say omo bem ni ade. Some of them say kasa. So United the end there, I think it's about coach no onye enuomebi, right? Over here in this game, I was in James Park. Kanu, I'm happy for Ekitiko. I thought say adaptation be a problem for him. But so far, from Community Shield nearby Bepim, 2 games on my boy in the Premier League, he's all over the place. And when you a very good start, unlike Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong. Frimpong cried the NDC Prasa Babe Kahukra. So, Prasa Babe Kahukra. Ama NSA Ushe, I mean, and a slaughter. Say he's struggling. Me you know the sobos like run able to. So enti amani ho chire no ho. But beyond Viet any Jeremy Frimpong there no. I think any more there. I mean, it's going well. So now media, I still think Liverpool is not that convincing. Can you saw her Arsenal against Manchester United? Na odi omuni Leeds United game no ebe kanwa. You see a side they are so convincing on the pitch. But what I say? But I don't see same about Liverpool. You remember Liverpool ni ball first game no? At some point, Liverpool were really struggling. They were really struggling. And Newcastle it take you more chances in the first half. Bianca, they were leading Liverpool by 2-1 or 3-1. Anna and come they call first half break. Most likely a penalty will happen here, right? Ekitike now. Minim se ba for be ready. But from the look of things, as we move here. Yeah, it doesn't look like Ombehe.
Newcastle for the protest is Fabian Shah Obi a year no.
Na ye kitike.
Kitike o.
Aye.
There were 18 box whilst there was. T Kobi, where we am fine.
And you know Liverpool for they need to up the game.
All right.
But once I say the house, so he's not really missing Ishaku.
Really?
Me who say yes so team need to piece.
We are about 65.
With a man down.
What they can 90 no they can bound that I'm about 155 minutes. Or much just one goal.
Yes.
So how is it not affecting?
But don't forget to say almost first game no they went away. I think it was Villa Park. Villa Park never a difficult ground.
Let's say na say match is difficult.
So the nature of games no mabo so far no so chere.
But with Ishak he was scoring everywhere. Maybe there could be a chance in the tournament.
Anymore there Ishak perform say in his absence.
And say Ishak wo mo defenders I don't Kanu be
omo chire omo mo
omo chire omo mo chance only game ni
say Anthony Gordon na ebony place no but I say and they mean far Gordon kototo Ishak you're right. I don't want to do that, but in terms of general play no ho asem na me kan the last time me share Crystal Palace and in Nottingham Forest and I saw that Eze absence no na enye nsunsuaso wo team play no so so much so that at some point no ho kire crowd they could not hold on to the ball because ball ni kwa animu who is there be J obi gina so a dribble and I say what take you on defenders into a koya na Forest force at the ball neighbor. But in the case of Newcastle Kanu, you look at the way the game is going right now with a man down, but it appears that Liverpool is under pressure. But who the beach no enti Joel Entene Gamarash Nomne Tonali Moon I think they are doing a good job. Ebia eventually say Ishakwa Anthony Gordon Moon and also Kikane and also ne ho kakra so but I mean omutim ninko from sa enti eno na ya may niji coaches be to say the how mo ho no
improvisation no but at least team papa just unya striker as unya set proper center forward
sure
say Newcastle say Champions League go be on Champions League so they should be get now the women are calling them Champions League there so make sure all right go be enter them right ba na ya dey nkomo aka ofie so abono otwa pam pepepe aha Otec FM 102.9
ensana nubinasha no manabo ensa ben no amuzu bitters wose amuzu bitters koyie
mema ahwefo ne etiefo nyina kwa baba amuzu beverages enterprise na yedin se bia ba fe no amuzu bitters aka atopa 5000 bitters we yen san edi nubna krojen a how bie ni ekiri yedi ahye na etiefo a omoteba me hodie duduo na beji amuzu co herbs ekoshe omade no no omade ibisu beji amuzu manpower herbs na ma konoa anaso na akoshe omunsa enne bakasa inuro mienu nyina bom atuni din amuzu bitters de koko hano so twabi na ekwani de ose ni be masem ahoodin wo fom se o twa 2 tot 3 tot na ahoodin no epeja no enam damrama eni ododua ayedi aka amuzu bitters winti oba bi ose oni atinka be me bi a ose oni akono ne yire onya twabia sa atinka anasa akono no ebeni enam se de pepre eni hwintia edi afrenti abre insano ne pampana no ase ma utwabia enyi wanum enti se ukodwabo bi ase na opese oni so ebo ni so kakra amuzu bitters why ebo ni so ba enyi wanum amuzu bitters tot baako atopa bebre amuzu bitters obi a otiamia osi doctor ade chesmekuliko dua so a biye mutim anase constipation ewo me so onya amuzu bitters twa oye be sane kama obi te bu akohoma na so ye 7 favorite food a na ne kondo ni numu atro otimi nidi onya amuzu bitters twa akotwetwa appetite na aba medre na wutimi ni no obedi akaboni kama amuzu bitters eyensa ehwemu yie pa ɛnam sɛ nnua na yɛde afrɛ ma hoɔden nti onomu a tipa biara ni akyire sɛ mɛtwa amuzu bitters ɛkyɛ manya hangover bibia sɛ ni hɔ sɛ manom amuzu bitters ma adeɛ akyi hunam yɛ me ya daabi nnua na yɛde ahyɛn sɛne nnua ɛma nipa hoɔdene ma nsɛkyi haw sɛ tipayɛ uhu bi nsaburachi haw sɛ memuai ha manya hangover no mehu bi we ya nsa minya meka kuduro so a menu akukuduro so a menu mu a haw bia ni akyire ye otie mi a onu bitters bia mu a no da no nse na atwa amuzu bitters na yede beba oba bia otie mi a owo menstrual pains obu ni sa obre pa no onom amuzu bitters mesebo so meso a be kwa fichire kama insan ya meka ho asem ehu nya dene ne buo so nya dene se dodo pa na opetu dia no aba santase apampatia na wa frɛ na my 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 amuzu bitters ekoye
Apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture. Apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture.
Hey, unia, Pavi, and the black smokes mixture no. Malaria dronana. Ane, say nam sa. Ubeje di sa menim wife nyina ye tested positive. Ya num bie no. Say a ku malaria mo nyina. Am ye nyina ye negative. Ade ho. Won ma ye hepa plus mixture no. And wodi we nso aba.
Otec
102.9 immune system. Strong de bia. Enti Pavi
support immune system no.
Na plasmox no so etu malaria no gu. Malaria symptoms. Ate say etipaye, afiafie, wonum ato, ahomre no sa. Achekura 4 days na Pavi ene plasmox mixer. Wanom no etu malaria na se kura. Anya sa dia ko hu doctor. Fra 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. Magie drone di pa. Pavi plasmox ena hepa plus nyina. Apemfo abato mo manufo enu kwada woni mfie du mienu kan. Our pharmacies na herbal shop.
FDA aje edwede nkrato yatum.
Amanfwe edroye herbal center dia di fufuro biabo. Edroye Herbal Center edumeku a odi oboasi bitters eba ye man sa amanfo ho yare emomubu atopa 5000 no a wasadi oboasi gringo bitters enso ba ya amanfo etugu so no wo de ensafofro bia ba eye ginger ensa ya friend oboasi 442 liquor oboasi 442 liquor eye ginger ensa ya de nubra ene hama afra ena ya de ayeb bomodi anema hunsanka bi wo ya bema na wonuma ubebu atopa 10000 ema no so numa omubeti de sansu na emema so numa ubedi ache bomodi anema hunsanka oboasi bitters for ginger nibi eye oboasi 442 liquor eye ginger ensa ya de enubra ene hama afra ne aye bomodi anema hunsanka bi onumu a ebe ye ho adwuma yie wo mu a won sisi eye wo ya wo menstrual pains bema edro nwumra wontimi ne yere enna bomodi anema hunsanka oboasi 442 oboasi 442 eye oboasi bitters for ginger wo mo de aba any drinking sport bia etwe ho ahia ewo omaga na mu oboasi 442 ginger oboasi 442 liquor numbi nebu atopa 10000 ensen enyema penfo enyema ema o ma o manufo enyema emofranso a oni fiedu nwotwe
papa chere me beta sauce so poisson sa winye bie kameko mama chere me different flavor three from the same block boisi bitters boisi gringo boisi for tous les condiments we special green one
Otec 102.9 FM
mashusha wache sa perfect series books here oma me koto obi ma me ma no o wajajai aboa wo mo se wo tumi kenkan kama wo kabrofo na nkontabu akura de ajajai
wonderful Mr. Ghana for GAJ perfect series atomo no de jai no de animdifo e na kire wo nwoma bia o wo crèche nursery any KG books bia bi and o science creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP, ni nyina. Every basic 1, ekosi basic 7. 6 English every basic 1 equasi junior high school ne ba ne combine so a owoni nyina bi English nom ane maths nom me say books bia ni ho a perfect series any bi na GS ane naka enso am approval enti obata bia nkoto bi maneba
and na say we de school bi kura betumi akotu akoton amani students o
na eno kura de what boa no so say hwi wo mo sa set mock exams terminal exams and midterm exams at the mass school so a ehia wo mo a atufo nko aputu aja station ho a enkran danso man first stop any omamu ba bia yetonton books bia for 0243 299938 and 0540 755 465 perfect series.
Your world's future is secured.
And sana lubinasha no manabo. And some pain no.
Amuzu bitters.
What's it?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
Madam Asibebre, Madam Chason Kokra free or Boissy bitters, as your friend Dr. Collins, Dr. Penny Amida, a drew your Heba Center no. Now, me sounds so the Nancy Emma Ghana phone na said Doctor, me buy and mo who say Sebi, and yet Dr. Mabechan tranche the Ghana for said Yana a bimusu no say ye dear Sebi Casa and a deno. And I say ye ba near between foot tragun ko for any there be a baby draw for and ye near Tissa. Doctor me catch them say Obuasi bitters near the abano a ye dubna doctor me say a real monsieur ha. A draw your Heba Center Hana Kabum near the eye of Boissy bitters. Ampa Mammun wow Timinka catch the woman and say, oh, Boissy bitters and the doctor no a draw pow. Say Ghana phone na atra ama a radiada mama drew no crano atra boda. A yansa at the nemum yet yeno yayen say ye the nubrano a France ana ensano atwenu adubnano awode wo dubnano nyina de aba nsanim ana de aba famfidiem ana yabubu de aba etwaso said ye first no wo fa bia na wona na bi konwura ma no tutu dua hine dua chi no de abehye bites no na onom na kakra no ana say utimi ko drunsini bi kura no ma wo draw say draw eji fa ko she bites mpacha wati ase ha edro bi wo kura pa ye se ji ne konoa edro bi wo kura se ji ne fa ko so e edro bia ne na no adro ana se de so ano nti oboasi bites ye ndo no so ano na ensa no eti no wo de ensa no fra dubna na e ye adwuma pa obi a na ne ye ko no operation oboasi bites nti onom ye no e chai obi a this was shag ahwehwe ni once and wotimi anante de etasi nani so onom oboasi bites no ni nyina afri nani so obi a ontimi mbuni nsa bosome nsia boso afi baako mfie mienu ni nyina no si otimi menstruate kama obi a wo hwan ne den Dr. Mokolenzi say abedin to okra de ebumi so omo meni mo nyina afre doctor ye de bato doctor ya to bedin doctor ye de bato obi wo akọ hospital sa wo hu yare ne mpo wo hu ano aduro na obi a kire ne say kopa oboase bites ne bi o de no be 2 weeks nkakra ebeko ampa na eko yeda mo ase se muguso amodi aduro no ho danse amaye duro de tia na tie wa sabi yare bi hawo se sisi yare se koku se wani ene hawo ana wo ne hiawo ana nemu yare na ma be ma na fon aketekete ana bema oboase bites because the doctor anya oboase bites an kam ne se metimi bu atopa 2000 as say ko ba bia oboase bites atopa 2000 edubuna na doctor yede aye adwuma enu nti na wo sie Ghana ha bia befa bia obi ase oboase bites yeda mo ase na ebeguso nso aye adwuma pa ade amamo na mo hu say sabi obi no oboase bites anya se ensane na ene de o na emom awodin ewo mu no ana eboa na nipadua no nti wa wotimi nkan ka kire wo nua no de watia fa oboase bites no ka kire wo nua no nkotobi no hu say Dr. Mokolenzi no crojin pretrodo ana me ka kire mu se nubuna no Dr. Mokolenzi me nubuna no yesan so de akeka duro ene hwentia ne form wisa afra ana ye de aye ensafoforo kra frɛ no oboase 442 leko oboase 442 leko mpacho 442 no ye new information aba obo ensane din no enu ye frɛ na kokra be 4 rounds eno de meme duro kan bema akokra ebe 4 rounds oboase 442 yen kasa bebre ewo dwa so o de okwa ase me pe obuase fo akekaduro nsa na omode aba ne bi doctor me ntwa ntro se de obuase bites bae na mo hu se eya dubuna no mesrew saa na obuase fo foto ne tie be ma wa ye mre wo mpam na se fe na akokora be 4 rounds na ya brand here dia ene obekọ 4 no akọ 4 we are na the 2 na ene ha to aso obuase fo foto eya akekaduro nsa ba ton sa bia o de okwa so pa obuase fo foto bi doctor wo ntwa ntro Ghana ha any Dr. Collins waka ya jedi ntiaba ma ebini entranwe anase ya obuasi gringo bitters no dia ya na botton kete ya party bia eno na Israel no binana efra no ai cause me pe Israel ha bam enno ni bia eno se obuasi gringo bitters ni nyina boa ni pedua no sebi enye ensa keke Dr. Collins medamu nyina mase ti okodwa so bia na se ni gieba babia na pesa wo yusu nsa pa obuase 442 leko obuase gringo bitters ana obuase bitters opiemu na ankasa na obehu sampa enubna ewo mu ankasa medamu nyina amase
102.9 Otec Sports.
Num na non-crabo Otec 102.9. You ever heard top 4, right?
Yes.
Didi Dramani can't see me. Na Semna Wakano. I think it should be a worry to the other 17 Premier League clubs. Yeah. Or say Hearts will improve.
Okay.
They will want to improve to or more limit, or more level. So, maybe sa audio no. The man who say the House of Folk team are who or top 4 no. Entirely different from the House of Folk team.
Watara has
no did the ball Kotoko President Cup. And at a point first goal na 15 passes no. First goal no. How many Kotoko 15 passes, 15 accurate passes.
Yeah.
Pa. So 15 on that Legon pitch.
Otec 102.9Fm.
Legon pitch be na nwene say nra kra na some but first match was we answer on one about second match. Has to me put 15 passes together at the Koshe goal.
And they do it with confidence.
Or
no to
a lot of changes. This house of folk team. Just say be I over high pro man. I say yeah, calm. So if you're born, I think Uba agrees.
Yeah.
Yes, Kotoko. Me personal observations about them. And me almost improvement kakradi. But house were overly better. Yeah, a deserving win over Kotoko. And player bakwa many J-man pa Emmanuel Amankwa. Obeka the President Cup on a penalty and now Obesha Manaye yeah. Kamara say Enra Osei Akoto Itia Kotoko.
I mean me own issues with Emmanuel Amankwa.
Okay. No, but is it the fact that to me at 10
go na what the other paper
we born any uses out.
Yeah, but we say did take you over na and Chebia na President Cup no e ba so between us and Kotoko no na Saturday no Kanu o share has team ni ya na e different from Watara has no. So I said they were playing better even though it was too early. What the share the first 45 minutes no cry. And even in the second half, make up President Cup no but for sa kunedu yadom errors no kwa iye or hormono. Kibianka the story would have been different. And I agree with you, sir. And Didi Dramani has team no yet transformed kakra, even though they can get better. But who changes? Who say improvement about?
Yeah, Baba show value the performances of the clubs and any criticism for the Makotoko team no near the end. But it's not Chane Basso semi-finals. It's not first game 2:30 Madagascar and Equasia Piaz Sudan. Now 5:30 Morocco and Senegal. 3 host nations nina Ubia Efrim. Kuvi. Enra yenya time and discuss Equasia Pia ne Modemboa. Or both for Sudan, our Chan tournament team. Many shows will be Bomudin as one of the favorites for this competition. But as it stands now, no, or your favorite to win the cup. We do semi-final, they are your favorite.
Yeah.
And I said,
I cannot
2-2. Malik Tiao, Anna Osula.
Osula.
Okay. Newcastle for Atiomuka with 10 men, almost the 10 men at 2 goals. And so they've been the better side in the whole second half.
In the first half, no cry said they were better.
Okay.
Who said first half, no, almost squander chances. They had some chances or went to me unconverted.
All right. Shayi Mame.
Kwesi Apia and team. Yes, Kanu. Winning baby me two chema this Sudan side no. Almost second game. I think it was against Nigeria. After say na omoni Congo Brazzaville. About 1-1. You remember that game they were leading. Na Sudan 4 they were leading. Ena yebi wiedimu ho na Congo 40. And they even had a winner which was disallowed by the VAR. If we saw a game and all of us were like, we should group 1 minute. Senegal, ni Nigeria, there's no way Sudan side we under Kwesi Apia ever move into the game as the side of my favorite. But against Nigeria, almost shocking yenina. Against Nigeria, almost surprising yenina. And from where banana, they've been very impressive. You see, very, very tactical. Even the last game of Moboye before getting to the semi-final, Kanu, they played against Algeria. Algeria, one of the favorites to win the competition. In fact, one of the best teams in the competition so far, Algeria. They play better. Very good. But look at what happened. Kwesi Apia and in the Sudan side, no. Almost set it up in a way, say, let's allow them to play around. But yeah, more the needed spaces now. Omubenya ewoyenye half. Omudibenya goals no. And they did so in a manner awesome. Enti yes, omunya moment bia then they put pressure no more attacking. Let's say a typical counter attacking football. And Algeria for a share or muhu. So it was an own goal. And the man Sudan take lead. To take lead new year, say okay, now chat NATO. Let's defend very well. And they defended because Algeria are better. They kept playing the ball around. But omo ya bang Sudan box now. Omo nya the enough spaces to operate. Because what share Algeria side now, omo operate from the wings more. Omo boy, that's what they call right wing and now left wing. No, ma put in the crosses near there, and they look very, very dangerous. Oh, allow omo now munya sa spaces. No wings swap jabo on a bar. They are good at that. Inti almost every time biano Sudan phone were trying to keep more numbers at the back. So they be omunya sa spaces need to operate, and it paid off. Even though Algeria eba back ebe tika. That goal no crampono. At some point, now me dream say was send VAR phone review because it appears say Fauzid now share goal no man Algeria no. I say ne who can Sudan keep an kakra and a ball no so crass and be can and sa and san unya control a connectable na to net. But in the end, they were really good at defending at the penalty shootout. And omo a winning by 4-2. Enti so far, Kanu say team B coach etimi tenase reading the opponent a device means our debe contain the opponent ne enya the needed scoreline because he appear I demonstrated with this team. On said the last time blank check who asemba ye can conditions e ka ho so obeji cham no and also the ombe qualify for World Cup and I say odi ombe kwa kwaji AFCON proper na oma qualify no. So what I say ain't I think they've done really well so far. China game no omni Madagascar bebo no. Madwen ya me say for the second time in this particular tournament omo ebe starti game bia se wan ka so omo ye favorite mpo a enya de abeka se opponent no ahead of Sudan. And this time I know say they will try to open up and play because the opponent doesn't really scare you before say a kick ball no. Madagascar nye one of those sides can before say a kick ball e be boom any idea oh say okay any mamin ko city back na mean defending na mean containing omo. I don't think that will be the approach this time round. So I expect them to open up and play. And the interesting thing about Sudan for ne say Kanu say omu biemu so say omu bonso a it's so shocking that Sudan is able to put passes together with a lot of confidence in that manner. One time I was watching them against Nigeria, I was like, hey, enoma nenka ye typical le wo Ghana teams ho no. Eni ehu no wo Sudan for yi hu. Right? I say, kwesi appear the confidence be a show mumu on omu open up some person omu ba Sudan ni party meji ball wa breaking the camera no attending no pass it fe
na de ndimi bi
oh say ye sade na free ye ho ye can it na Ghana bobo a we say ye were very skillful players o me technically good ni ade aye ba oje no wa breaki wa turn wa hwe nipa no wa pass anaso obetwe ba kumienu no wa lay pass no mu di agro no fe nanzen Kanu ye bo games are almost all our national teams. We are struggling to put passes together to play like a typical Ghanaian side. So far so good. I think that Coach Kwesi Appiah has done really well with this Sudan side, and maybe they can win it eventually to put the icing on the cake. Maybe the amount on if the gravity of Kwesi Appiah Juma wire with Sudan side there was a man who share down some say players never born holding they are selected from your local league. So as I say, they are players from your local league. And he say more ball locally. there's no way you have the chance to play here. When you say bia or the chance to invite foreign players near the NT, ya FIFA players be free baby na ba or mobile other leagues so. And we know the issues in Sudan. And how they can't even play proper league. So I mean, so far is a very good performance from Kwesi Appiah. I mean, Adia here with the senior national team proper a qualifier to the AFCON tournament ahead of Ghana near the no. We thought say it was a joke. Oma replicated the same performance here at the CHAN tournament, a competition that we could not qualify. Yeah, in Nigeria for the free, but Omushia Nigeria no, omu to proper level. 4 goals. And it's a good job from Kwesi Appiah. Wate Ghana nim. Even though you Ghana team, so you Ghana nim. Yeah, Sudan coach as a Ghana flag bata I will free Ghana
flag. There's a bata kwa.
Enti wati nim.
Wati nim.
Nenra kra de.
Wati onu anu nim. Wati nim.
Nenra me yonku bi de.
Yeah, wati nim. Yeah. Wonu yamba mo no.
Wati nanim ati Ghana fu eni. Me say nenra me yonku bi nim di nkomo se na ene ekotokofo amu hwe na Kwesi Appiah. Onya IMC sem no ankochi team ne.
Because the level no. You see Kwesi Appiah level of coaching, no level me just say the mood drew a coaching no.
Yes.
Probably he feels say in league, you know,
club football.
Yeah, club football.
Wa bro so.
Wa bro Ghana ye league, you know so. And you kotoko so per se, but who say a league no influence no more. You get it?
Okay.
Aha. Imagine say kakotoko dasu jina wona so te say kanina afi bia mu Africa, afi bia no Africa na. Anka obi betumi argue say Kwesi Appiah level you should be coaching for kotoko, so go coaching kotoko rather than so ya IMC member. So but you say no ba. Well, if you just imagine, I mean, Sudan national team coach straight to Ghana Premier League.
Some way beyond. Listen, me young women in Kawasi Debbie. Or Kwesi Appiah team ni ball mo ball watch.
Number 2. Aketu Yasem.
Oh, say if you had the awesome, so awesome way.
Also, maybe the Kofi. Just say mention to me to Yanikao. But say na Aketu Yasem no. So otisumpo e the baby abe Sudan or what you so je around
me too sure.
Me not so be anything less than $40,000 a month.
Maybe to me crab bro.
Because those days at the Black Stars not I think 50,000. You get it?
Yeah.
The young say $20,000 cry a month Kofi. Kotoko twa mienu mienza omunsa beje.
And kotoko meeting crackers on bebre no
mo. So clearly anyone be bri on mo a be kwati as Kwesi but ga oye ideally there is the perfect person on the coach kotoko am physical fans na ni beje. You get it? To ba I am this oba IMC na.
Karim Zito. Okay, yes, in Kwesi's earning 50,000.
$50,000.
Sudan.
Sudan. Entirely 50. What do you want to some kotoko fan chom cross by 30? You have 2 assisting. You have 390. You have for $120,000.
$50,000 kotoko. Upa yenkasa kotoko ntimintia.
Me de mean to me kan sa mom de.
Oh, me de me to me akase 50,000 na kotoko ebema pressure kofi kesiem. Ba kotoko no as a club. Say Ghanaian club. Ebe to $50,000.
No, you say sana.
Ude ma me convert him ra Ghana cedis na me e ma manfo ntin komo na si.
Sa the level adwuma na duro kofi.
Aye.
Aha, so also pay coach of Kwesi Appiah's level and the caliber now you should be paying around that fee.
Yeah.
Oh, tina. So most money by Elali. Not just $200,000 so
yeah, what about Ghana cedis yima with the current rate, and 550,000 Ghana cedis so
5.5 billion. Is that about too much? Is that 5.5 billion?
550,000 old cities now or sound.
The supporters in the backpack, my baba, I am 2 home matches. me to akwesi apiaka
550,000 Ghana cedis. To the bar old one in more is 5.5
billion.
Papa ni still is. Can I support
us? Liverpool say small boy no mdi ne ba mu no. Wa be for Liverpool.
I think Newcastle for omo call anim no. On say omo take Kanu, they were still pushing for the match winner. Na Liverpool for RTSU match.
Well, Enra Bayelsa Queens share Police Ladies champions of Ghana by 2-1 war tournament ekoso ewo Yamoussoukro Côte d'Ivoire mam. Govi mahu another video of the ladies who training there after Nra defeat the normal recovery training no. Enye page na Nra video na
yehu. Tine omutie ye no masesa no.
The minim de to be honest minim. Na mama dwe cause e bia could be possible say na awaya Kanu say bia omo de kope baby omo shake up nya
but
the description omo de ma omo training session omo final training session so one guys can shake up they are fine but final training session means a full time training no ye it is that page no dey na unacceptable. Now our assistant coach Abu Kasim say experience kakra so how omo ni ade but omo to tom nyama ye say na be ya games aka no omo yiro omo ahye.
For most of the players playing in some of the most important positions, like a central defense. This is the first time they are playing at this level. You know, international football in a big stadium, everything very, very different. You know, different opponent, different character, and you know they have never had an opposition like this before. We expected some petty, jittery mistakes, and then mental tweaks. So that's what happened. You know, we gave away 2 goals that we shouldn't. And then it took us quite some time for our defense to settle. So, but then, you know, overall, the performance was not bad. It's a match that we didn't deserve to lose. We could have won it, but then a lot of things happened behind the scene. For example, the starting lineup we had to change just an hour to playoff, the kickoff, because there's a problem with registration for one of our key players. So affected our game plan. So, but in all, you know, there were lessons for us to learn in the game, and then we put ourselves together, and then go back to the drawing board, and then approach our next game with optimism.
Okay, Abu Kasim, assistant coach Emma, Yusuf Basigi, El Police Ladies, and Yaten and Kanu.
And Sana Nubinasha no manabo. And some pain no.
Amuzu bitters.
What's it?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
All right, to some other stories. Chan tournament na ekoso no nyame admo china second semi-final between Morocco and Senegal. Referee Daniel Lai and Julius Emuna. Omanya akwenya se omekwa kudi djuma e wo honti. Emuna no ebeye onbeye. Okay, sir, Daniel Lai usually on VAR to on a VAR referee. Now face so Emuna no so akwa security officer. In fact, okay, Julius Emuna. Former club license.
Safety and security officer of CAF. But I had no year in charge of competitions.
Okay,
GFA.
Ghana didn't call competitions.
I'm moving up from club licenses to competition. But CAF, they are a safety and security official.
Okay, Tiechana Obedi Juma as the security officer for the game. Now Daniela is why VAR official.
When I see NTS, say a best referee, no, no, VAR.
That's a move. Nyame aduma kwesi da di enemy 11:59 p.m. and Ghana yen football season transfer window no be close. We to ado so Black Star squad na hwe nim say yen games menu against Chad and afi so Mali no obenemu ne squad hopefully on Friday 29th August. Na ye humrantia omoba beboa na nyometumi akonkan. Akensi na bawie o St James Park, Newcastle United 2, Liverpool 3. Enra top 4 no 2 matches equal. So first one ended 1-1 between Gold Stars and Bobokwa Efre Womo Bando Heart of Lions. Penalties no and a Gold Stars a win here. Second match Emma Accra Heart of Folk Ipcha Asante Kotoko Ekamunu Womo Entumi Ante. Emma say no so akofa confusion p aba Asante Kotoko team ni mu. Reporter inside can't say Johnson Opon Kotoko ebitumi a release no betumi try contract ni mu. news around it just say technical team ninja too convinced with so far modern ball but we share the ball so Kenya bad za go fiana
enye no kra ni issue no obia ni ho wo kotoko bitimi aba be ka kire ye nyina na kotoko supporters say omonye convinced about player and performance enye na anu ya season no kra start you na anu ya me de bia na me ka as players ya mo san munye careful mu say ya doso enti Kanu how can you sign a player na anu ya me sure say 1 month kraba o
as I kotoko our president adingra mo sign no
na say nye president papa
adingra na me don't say
omo sa track record
omo yibida
nesi ye no isi a yesrem na ne botim ne hoka timpanifo munye careful e wo say no ma bi hu sane ade se player no koyi player na se mo edin na se wo sign 2 years a obeka chiro se 2 years bibia ma me na menko
asa abane sa de wo ka se wutwa masa na be
ba wo se bi a wo be bi ho na wo ne na ka se wo de misro ma me mo 3 months bi wo ti ase de a wa fa utire didim ba wo kushia player wo ha adwen a obeka se me jimi bibia na mako Safu Taylor case no ye typical example ema kotoko ni nya problem me ko avec kotoko kra report ni ma GFS you should double registration ema nsem ni ko ni nam cars ni ade na anu ya no odi nkunim okay enti ensem bi say no ya na mamu mo news bi say mamfa kotoko
but until say officially club no be communicating
bia na enya no credit
yeah we can only hold on that ya train ya DBC. All right, so top 4 matches no Rafin Paul Manson head coach ma Bobu Kwe from Gold Stars omo na champions of the competition or say na a very good exercise said more Africa no more kono me hia so matches bia no odin say the top 4 no abo mo ye pa
first season game for us and also na person sign to prepare young players no as well because going to Africa no so the big top test matches and I think that 3 games I won they are all quality games so everywhere
From Paul Manson head coach ma Gold Stars na the club CEO Kwesi Adu so kire say almost started an normal recruitment na man for fee say Gold Stars but player be din mu nim no say no be abekwa Africa na players ni adadia o se no mu nim de omo ye na omo ye bibia awie ho asase eso abapa na de esi omo ni so kese ne so metumi abatra prelims no Champions League ni mu na omo drew the group stage and the Champions League proper.
Majority of followers in the system weren't so much impressed about the players we were recruiting because they were looking up to names. But we also have a different mindset and a different opinion about the system. And all that they have witnessed in the last 3 matches as far as the Ghana top 4 is concerned, we speak to it. We are ready to show any kind of possibilities that will help us migrate into the next level in the competition. I'm looking for that we escape the prelims and join the proper competition, which is the group stage.
Okay, so Kwesi Adu CEO ma Gold Stars and Yetin Kanu. Prince Yawusu assistant coach our Santi Kotoko. Was it top 4 yi amama hu say adwuma wo hopa zanzen kokko mo koy no mo share ya bi omo trimba ya omo de ba we ya abai be mo matumi ayiro mo ho no matene enema achia.
It's not just about the tournament itself, but it's exactly what we are doing to get boys ready for the African Cup and the league as well. So all these one stages. Look, it's a wake-up call for us. Maybe we're winning all through and you thought that's all it. But now I think this is a wake-up call for us, to fight back and then get back on track. They should take heart, be coming back strongly for them again.
All right, so Prince Owusu ena Yetin Kanu. Yenwie with Hearts of Oak head coach General watch Kotoko bomu 2-0. Emma say watch say has better improve biem or say adwuma na esi omani suni ade no omunnim omo ye omo to ne ma hye ne ma na de okan nyina ne say has omo hwanim so metumi asa improve Yes, so for my no.
We will do well, we will make mistakes, we will lose games, but we will take the lessons around it. But we will not stop, to try. Always try. We will miss out on aspects, but we will get better. We will be able to improve and then be better versions of ourselves. So if our players are improving, and then my expectation is that they will always come with the best energy, they will come with the best effort, and then they will be able to perform. But the result, we don't control the players and have they control this. And so I don't expect my players to come and do half a thing of what I can do. So that is what we have all agreed on. So it is not like an imposition. It is something that we trust and believe that is how we want to improve on ourselves, and then so that we can.
Okay, so the portion of Ninsem better me stress you or say we will improve and become a better version of ourselves. Wow. All right, so Masoud Didi Dramani, head coach, Emma Accra to folk, I don't know. Kwadwo Reku Royal Enterprise, and I did Reku Heba Miss Chanaba. Which me join you on Facebook and YouTube. No, I hear highlights of Enra. Top 4 a course, you know. Has 2 Asante Kotoko Neil and a Gold Stars and Sunny Heart of Lions 1-1 game number. You know. All right, so Reku Heba Miss Chayedra, Yadi Kutia Sisiarie. Hunama ayemre, beda sora no pa so hunam nyina ya ya. Na ze bibia anwene se well being so nkoyi a wadura no oba o menstruation asizi penifo de monimu a ni nyina no no apebia no koko na how pressure e so infections outward in ho agim sciatic pains and male vitality nyina be hye ne kama we eye Reku Heba mixture aka okurasi ni nadru no okurasi doctor na de baaye o se friend okurasi doctor onim nuro onim nubna onim chese enuru ankasa timisrew kope bi to Heba show bi eben uba Otec FM where Reku Heba mixture no eja ko be ma obi ato Time FM e wo boase na afi so Techiman for Free FM mokwa mobenya bi ato and leading Heba shops ni nyina wo Ghana ha be bia no kwa enri enyena fra 0244 470067 0244 470067 GKB Construction and Logistics as a Brabeje Formworks never eco flow down so first on the use concrete floor slabs could turn me could boom pamproni ade de be dabi what is the saying there all the formworks no ahye kama we always to 2 ade ti wo so pe bia rent pe bia to a obekọ GKB Construction for ho e was Santasia pre chance ade bodan so the long span the self lock ni IBR nyina wo ho GKB for be free estimate amount almost our fabrication wood fabrication a yede ye roofing nyina e wo ho japade bi ti se edan ayesi awie aboso asesiem kama tumu tiles bibia mu kama a painty they say e fully finished ope bi ato a e obi any uncompleted houses and say yes through various stages so e be through lentil e be one me at 2 foundation no above various stages bebre and our pa e be nya bi o pass as na to so a be hu ye ana frɛ wo japade a pese toma wa woni ye nkuta ho your telephone number is 0246 248 275 0246 248 275 your Santasia pre e Kumasi heye Medru Santasi de Mamichia Kujo taxi driver yes the whole Santasi Kujo heavy brutal or boy juma some range so the man phone na Musa na wen kan Kujo Hepa Plus Pavi and the Plasmos the fearsome 3 the miraculous 3 Nroi Dr. Iben Nedebae or say enye dra or the abase yen twanyare anse anum da bi nemom yennom na aduro no ema ya hoode e betumi a fight yare bia be na adwene so oba so atias say well being ya de bia no hoode yare ntumi ntataw yare ntumi hunahuna general well being international Hepa Plus for Pavi count never Plasmos count we na kube nsu bi wo ho a no wanum bi atadwe bi wo ho ma no especially monsa atadwe ni binwe so Hepa Plus nru na boa pa be your well being no adwuma na asisi adanse bebre na manfo difa ho o twan de ye nyina Hepa Plus enum bi so what ase ye nru a ahode no e wosoro pa ti Heba shop bia mu no kwa Dr. Iben Nrui enye na o se nkomo bia pese woni ni di wo be frɛ no e wo 0542 778572 0542 778572 and 059 1367898. Master Jobo. Master Jobo Nenumre. Yes. Master Jobo, there's only so many times.
Once. Walasti.
Okay.
Walasti Papa 1 week na se.
Okay.
And okase nka Easter yebishi abati Easter. Jise bia
swagger down.
Me the machine ko nimpom hono ma jise bia me ko.
All right. Yen to us well.
All right, yen to us so ewo Abapa Shopping Mall. Abapa Shopping Mall eda so ye Ghana's biggest online shopping mall. Nti akọ na kodidwa. Bibia bi wo ho. Eno ma bia wo parto bia wo hia TV. Wo benya bi wo Abapa Shopping Mall. Afi laptops ne fan ne phones ahodo ni nyina bi wo ho. Ope air conditioners ana se uhia kitchenware, uhia furniture. Ni nyina eyakọ Abapa Shopping Mall. Ope provisions ahodo a ni nyina wo benya bi wo ho no mu a very affordable. Enti no ane se obehwe Abapa Shopping Mall ekira kwan. Obi a wo Kumasi bia wo de wani bekirem e wo Kumasi Tafo My 3 Abapa Shopping Mall eben Sakasaka Park. Na no achi no uti fie obetimi akọ online na wa order no ma bia wo pibia wo app no so na ye deliver no fefefe ye de bebrew be bia wo bia within 24 hours. O Ghana ha be bia ye betimi de ade na brew kama. Enti be ko App Store na Play Store sisi a udu ha type Abapa Shopping Mall no ato bo ase download app ne de ato phone so na chese time bia wo pebi bia to bia ukoso a na chese wa ye order no fefefe na omonso de adekora wo to na brew kama umpewe na apede yen obetimi nso akọ www.abapamall.com na oni ye digwa ehwa na udigwa ohoto ma bibia ekoye eya for 0593 381133 and 0593 391 848 Abapa Shopping Mall. Shedun so se omo Abapa portable washing machine e bo adwuma na nso bo no kakra bi na obetua enti eya na wakoji ode afi program be na wo ye wedding wo ye crusade open live banner the ebe kamfo de ama eye Hepa Plus live band omunim nyom to be bia omutumi fa omchese omo ye very dynamic gospel ombeto eyase nyu ombeto de ebe ma birthday party na kuyi ombeto eye Hepa Plus live band buki omo sesi a na omo megro ema kama number is 0593 391 848 and 0593 386 133 no ye Hepa Plus live band hun komono no maami adusa so ye ne adru adusa Heba Center and Clinic omo di nupapa na wapom di ni besisi so a adusa Heba Center and Clinic mesrewa omo de adusa Heba ointment na aba na waposo ene tutu ana sesasabro bi enti wedai emu aye nwunu de bia na wo hyede mu ntimi nkwa adwuma ma unsanka adusa Heba ointment fatwitwi fasresra obetie si prekope insansan bi na agu widi ani ama chese untimi nyu ho kra wo enipa mu a de obeya ne se obeto adusa Heba ointment wo de fa ye unku fasresra ebeyi hunamani insansan ni nyina ma widi na daso fefefe afi wo a wonum ato a untimi nidi wadru adusa malaheb sanso na malaria fever na etiti wa anom adusa malaheb ni nyina ya maami adusa ensa no adwuma ni beno no obi onso ade bia na ne honam nyina ye ne mre ono a wohu so yare nso de bia ne honam aye ne mre saa unya adusa malaheb ni bia ebeyi ni nyina afiri wa ma wanya ahoden de akọ adwuma ama onsa akọwa no afi osisi ne hawo koko na etete wo be ma wo pa wo anaso oba bia na wo kwa fikira enuoma nsisi su nuoma nko ya de bia na wo bobna no mesrew ka adusa Heba mixture ene adusa Heba capsules kabom nanom na onum wia wo de aseda bebreye na wonso bi dia danse a kira foforo adusa Heba mixture ene ne capsules enti ya pebito enye na Fredimens ubenya bi afi Colinac ena Ozones Pharmacy Costa Pharmacy Danny Heba PFA Pharmacy any herbal shop ne pharmacy shop bi a wo Ghana afa na nyina udusa uduru wona ubisa maame adusa ndo ni bia enya na ubinya bi no agye de boko upedusa herbal center and clinic akira kwan a obeba Kumasi ana wo Kumasi afo ni kirem ewo Swami Macro Goy filling station ho uduru ha obehu edusa herbal center and clinic eya woni omummo nkomo number is 0557 009824 0557 009824 and 0500 110115 0500 110115 eno eye edusa herbal center and clinic wo numbers eno no tank expert enie awufuntie ni ye o pe chalk box e di ama oba ko school a eno ane se obehwe tank expert fo akira kwan se omode ba ku bia ba e strong ye the plastic e na ye nti ye wo plastic chalk box sa enkura ne di omu no ma be guma ko school ama bibia ye kama especially omu ko boarding no se on se GHS for no omu resource aba enche placement ho nsam no etodwa wi a omu be ko school enti pebi na fama nkura no nko na ebebo adwuma kama tank expert for na edi bia ba omu nko na ebenya bidi amawo afi tank na uyusu ofie no de odi nsu ogum na mode ye adwuma ofie ho mode ye bibia ofie ho no upe bi atwa tank expert say eya odi ebra size bia wo bi color bia omu wo bi na leakage abem ama enwunu a omu an ebe repair ne kama ebi announce tank na odi run fuel station no leakage bia abem wo baby fre tank expert for no misiesie odi no eye fish pond farming ena leakage bia ba baby a ni nyina tank expert for mo adwuma pa no ombesiesie ne kama edi amawa unya wo how bia enti di obaya ne say woni tank expert for bekasa omo number is 0546 220 009 0546 220 009 say tank ho ha nko ade a for tank expert for CCA Olus Kitchen say upe aduane in large quantity and a small quantity now they are program bia enwa ne se wafro mu watwedi yes omo no aduane kama pa omo aduane ye delicious e healthy e nutritious enti mesrel o ye wedding o ye engagement o ye birthday party bi o to bedin o ye aduane ho asem ne de fa ni nyina be hye Olus Kitchen sa ombe no aba ma de serve ahoho a obi ani beji bia bedidi ama na kuma to ne yemu achese feri bia mechire Olus Kitchen for no aduane ma ne ye nika ya kono papa hapa ope ba ku mienu bi plate ba ku bi plate mienu bi na wato adi nso a obetumi akoma so ye yes plain rice or jollof rice or bankuni tilapia catfish and a noodles correct one pa ni nyina bi ho ko mo so a masisi o kama ntu betimi atena se no relax no adidi no na mfofo makotena se ana wo kotowi a betimi dia kofie ni nyina no eye Olus Kitchen o machira kwan eye simple asawase ezi asori ni nchen ho no mo a obehu Olus Kitchen wo ho nemu se wo ye order bi ana opese omo no aduane bi brow in large quantity now the programmer for Olus Kitchen for CCA number is 0244 701 675 0244 701 675 and 0595 999227 0595 999227 Olus Kitchen ombe sort out boko amachese bibia to din ye wie wo Amuzu Herbal Clinic asiye edro no a omodi aba ne eye Amuzu garlic bitters garlic ene ede aye fritete garlic eye mani peduano pa nti eno na ama Dr. Amuzu ede garlic aye Amuzu garlic bitters no ebe bie wuntini ni mu nyina ma moja na timie flow kama bofa baabia ni peduan mu koba ntide bia na ahoden wo ho wadro se stroke enetiti wa Amuzu garlic bitters afei o high blood pressure no misro maunsanka Amuzu garlic bitters nenum na bo se bibia be koye o jonso mu ha nyina be free ho esanse amuzu garlic bitters ne ko ni pedua ma be ye odwonso ho adwuma ama de wote yawo de ne de ntimi ma ni nyina be free ho ama ho ato afi wo be dwonso ama ho ato boko untimi na bi o wa da wa na obo pitiri so ase bibi hunehuna na ase bibi sa mesro mansanka amuzu garlic bitters woni so da ho ti hunhuna de yi a to binom edrei FDA fo agya tum se enoa na beboa wo nti Ghana fa na nyina udru heba shop bi em na pharmacy shop bi em na busa amuzu garlic bitters a enye na nti wo de ya fre doctor number is 0247 776743 0247 776743 no mamuzu garlic bitters na ho beto boko.
All right, Kofi Yantuaso. Osei Kanu, to be honest, this Kotoko coach can't help Kotoko anyway since he took over. Have you seen any transformation though he was winning, but Kotoko can't put 10 passes together, can't hold the ball, no system. Also, upon all these players bought, did you see any change in the team? Look at Didi's heart of folk. Thank you, God keep you and your team. Divine, or Amstead. And what the message yaba? Genuine concern, Anna.
Well, to some extent. Say team this, yeah, it is a whole new team. Gone in midfield, no. It's also up a 4-3-3 ball. In the midfield 3, no. It has all about Hilaria Dabo and they set Kweju alongside Emmanuel Entry. A whole 2 new players playing for the first time. So what you say? It used to be Tenedu and now say Blee in team menu. All of them are not there.
Yeah, Tenedu or
okay, Tenedu or by a team menu Epra.
Yeah.
And I believe so. Yeah. But the last time Tenedu boy he cry and shed the Hamza or Hamza say Hibuako. 80 concern.
All right. The ones that Osha say mami na yeah maybe with Kofi na yeah sorry nkwe. All right. Top 4 ne
but then so campaign na massive pa.
Amstead yeah.
Na bibia me ko share pa na nyagro.
Yeah, Amstead for one tipa students then tipa.
Oh yeah.
And ko campaign gidi.
Say ochanzo na.
Echanzo na pa yo. Say chano moto aba no.
Moto aba.
Nti echina de kudila mo na pa man.
Say candidate number 1.
Say or then no 5k men bia.
As in
say ko chame the 5k men.
Oh, there be
5k men. 5k men.
Capacity entirely come on.
3k men.
5k sika.
5k sika.
5. Ope kwa odi 10k be basika dia fabra.
Yeah, we say enu Scandi all the best. Minim say nyame ayewie. Nyame aduma bibia be fine.
Scandi popular.
Hey, no penny Scandi there.
Popular campaign.
Oh yeah.
No penny Scandi there.
And grounds here, but we have to appreciate the fact say kono emuading but grounds here for say Scandi and the me sure say chna bibia biwi boko
and we say the combination na mf pa then on your friend say
the vice
ticket no oh na mf pa because my balance bibia
I say GM any
na sure oh my balance be BM
but we Scandi mo no
crowd for champion and Ibrahim Jamila too.
Yeah,
so
Scandi there no I mean from religion, gender
bibia
our balance bibia get intent. Amstead 4 cannot afford to miss this chance. Must Scandi lead almost student you know.
Yeah, and the Scandi minim no penny. And yes, be a yeneno wahanti. Okay, yen the Scandi bitimi aye. Yen ne experience in life. So, and minim say nyame adom se bibia kuye na obeye the president na yenim the kind of ideas and transformations akanu or the Bebre school. Anti nyame adom ochina ye best storm ho. So ni asa akoyede ako
ma na ye ne students na kasa na omo ntoma says candy because in so no ene the main man nioma omo hia e wo campus ana say school mu no obetimi aya amom unse de bia meka se kremo India dance crew mu kremo enchantro openly said they make an author say we see new candy all the best.
Okay.
All
right. The Amstead Akenton Apiamenka University of Skills Training and Development. Skill Training Entrepreneurial and Development. Yesterday mo we di na me adomo a ochina. SRC presidential elections no. On the number 1 on the ballot. Almost a ballot screen. And your ballot paper.
Okay.
To the paper so.
Okay.
Meto no online screen. And who kwa. But yes, I bet no phone so there be. Maybe I delay I drew so now kwa wa bow. Student ID number. Ubo shemwa na ye inaba. No what maybe a scandy number 1 or
no what tap so. Correct.
Na next one aba no what tap so na kosa. So until ballot screen and oba appear also. Tiachina Amstead. They be say no numre ni atiasem de. Muntu aba no. Muntu ni boom. Just ana Kufuado kan. What guy?
Okay, ba omi ana.
That be Kufuado.
Oh, okay.
Say muntu ni boom. 2020. All right. The ones
yeah.
Yeah, we just can the best of luck.
Yeah, sure.
And to all the students, other candidates, now some of your candidates. Omunyina we show munyina all the best, but in test candidate be winning. Your bomb pie is what
inshallah.
Anopa best anko. Chano pa tutu
from the look of things need 5 ni 2 ni 3 ni baby ani ade no bia metases candidate because we win here that. Timo alliance mo me follow who no road. Na bibia anya kama. Hi.
All right.
Yes, Openi, a nice game between Kotoko and Hasufuk. A nice game because Kanu, at least, preview game no hano. Adia bakwa me kind say be a game no en shela enye fesa because of maybe a 2 teams no. Omo freeba. I mean, I feel no start to omo pre-season. Tebia 2 teams no. Ebe lacking you maybe in terms of omo conditioning omo physique I mean how ebia game no omo ebe set it up. But personally I was impressed with Enra game na me hwe, especially with Hasufo. Ade ba kwa me kan ni say Enra how Hasufo e boy no. At least utimu say uhwe has team na uhu Didi ensa no kakra ewo team nim and as a team senior team no e ball mo ball because nyina yehwe has of folk throughout last season in the league there are some matches bia has of folk Kanu omo wini but nyina begia tum say even na supporters no enshede nya happy because of has of folk omo style of play in the game against Kotoko our President Cup nim no Hasselfolk ebo a very good first half but in the second half Asante Kotoko eba game nim ebe dominate ya emo mutimi eye comeback against Hasselfolk but Enra ade ba kwa me hu yan say 2 halves ni na first half and second half no Hasselfolk performance no na eye good at least see some consistency be in their play. Even in the few moments now, which means a Kotoko ever game nimno. Hasselfolk make sure say omu be remaining resolute. Na omutimi e fight edge ball na Kanu you could see that omutimi at the ball to her ebo. And say even omu lose ball na how omu press Asante Kotoko team no Kanu edge ball no ebo no. And also a yadia bakwa obetimi ama coach Didi Dramani credit. Even first goal no how omutimi a ball 15 passes. Emo omutimi enya first goal no be say when was the last time aye hu bibisa say Hasselhoff abo 15 passes etimi enya goal. Look at how our goal no end the Kanu. And the second goal no so how our umutimi working out. Munya da corner kick resulting corner kick the second goal no buy. So Didi Dramani aye juma pa with Hasselhoff team no. Seni omo boy nra no se sa na omo boy keep the consistency then you be Hasselhoff Kanu omo very good football. On the side of Asante Kotoko, yes, top 4 yi aye very poor at the amomo. Top 4 no I suppose to Asante Kotoko weakness. At least anye krano emra Kotoko aye recruitment no na semba kwa mene Kofieta kan say kayehu ne se Kotoko enhyeda ni problem ewo mo central defense and I say center back position no. Even Omokofa Zakaria Fuseni Abano, we were saying say Kotoko any problem ewo mo echiri ho. But then Kanu top 4 yi amaye hu the lapses are ewo Asante Kotoko echiri ho. Individually ufu say some of the players ebo very good football. I mean omo performance na very good. But then as a team you could see that Kotoko elakeni omabi. In terms of almost style of play, telepathy, coordination, and how almost set it up, clearly Utimu say I was a coach Karim Zito Eye Juma. League, minim say nche be started. And Asante Kotoko supporters ebe peso ombehu se team no ebe ready for the league and then Africa. But Kanu omo fanto omo timu say we a pre-season game. Pre-season there mostly a results and shada enye problem bebre and I say enye issue bebre. Anya cry you who teams are Kanu pre-season omo bo good football we need omo matches. Emma supporters in energy. But yen start the season no obunsa na team ne struggle. You who situation whereby team be best started pre-season. Kanu the performance and enye results ne ma. But then you best start season no. Obun say dan yoma asisa e de ama team no. Intermediate Kotoko supporters in Kanu e was say omoye happy pa say top 4 ye e buy. At least before mbe breaki after the league before mbe breaki emra omone Hasselhoff e boy she has 2-1 no. Menim say na Kotoko supporters any Kotoko faithful be brain na him say team no ayeye especially how omol end the league esa call make recruitment any quality players by me sure say na supporters omo hopes e wosoro. But then top 4 yi ebe ma coach Karim Zito any Kotoko team ehun say e was omo working very hard anyesa league in Africa nyoma betimi ayedin e de amomo. Until for me hun say Kotoko supporters in Kanu e was omo say top 4 a blessing in disguise e de team so omutimi say ne Matches coach Karim Zito kan ne Kotoko technical team members kan and say as omo pre-season program as a plan top 4 as a ama omo enya a smooth pre-season me gidi say enu se league ebe start Kotoko team ebe ye ready obetimi criticize ebi some of the players but Kanu say ne medical kan enche league ebe start and menim say league in Africa and important edema Asante Kotoko team and the criteria na Gaka edi settle the champion as the winner Kanu me still mintiase because ohwe omumra na ewom se teams omu nyina G2 mu omu nyina ko meeting de mete no kra no say omu ko meeting ye de emra no e de ma omu refs ye catch so omu nko obia nko na oni ni team enko discuss problem bia omu hu ni say wo mranim no ana say issue bi omu obia no omu mfamra omu raise mra na say ombeye correction na ombeye input bi ewo mranim a na omaye. But me there I still believe say Kanu criteria na omudi yi the winner no na enye enough. Pro Stars enya 7 points, has enya 7 points. Okay, but Kanu me sure say ebia after this year no next year omo be make corrections ewo emranim. Ke also omo ye ne say yes, two teams no omo points eye the same a ye behwe team a we win more matches na ye dey determine the winner.
Na say only omo nya adwene we nna na omo settle ye because ekodi because
for me enye clear mame.
Okay.
And yes omo ji to mu say ye bo draw ye be bo penalties and they clear. But the next point na me hwe say me
who tiebreaker no. So in case the two teams are tied the same points there no dey be check.
Almost say they will use na me pese me be ombe use
we already draw mo mra nim kaka.
It's simple. League you know ombe use FNE regulations
No, but listen.
But even
Gaka chairman right after the game no cry I was actually which cameras no was it Go Stars a winner because two teams ni share omo draw and on ball penalty no Go Stars ni win here. And it's captured in omo regulations no. What I say? Intino based on Mr. Ansa explanation ni the tiebreaker no a penalty shootout.
Penalty shootout na
tiebreaker.
Because let me say game and they draw and they about penalty. So technically the game was a draw.
Yes. And Untina has 1 point no.
Okay. Penalty case 4 no. In the event of a match ending in a draw, the penalty kick rule shall be applied to determine the winner, who shall be awarded 2 points in the match, and they are clear. Then the 5th one, deciding the winner of the tournament. In the event of two teams tying with the same number of points at the end of the tournament, and in all other methods applied by the GFA to separate them, the disciplinary method, red card 2 points, yellow card 1 point deduction shall be applied.
Emudaho. Or see in the event that all other methods.
So all other methods in the
and I say no. I say no at the end of the tournament no. The first thing that they will look at
points.
Points no.
Okay.
Pa mumi enu mushia no. Mu ball penalties no ekosi say. That is the head to head no. Some fans say mu ball penalties no so
technically head to head no apply with
the reason why you use head to head in the league and they say league you ball home and away.
You see why he
said they make an notice when
you ball one
so you shouldn't use the GFA's.
No, I want the Metias because he ever born just once in it, and your 2 legs in it. I was say in ya be the best separate the two teams, and that's the penalty shootout.
Yes. Clever. You see, it doesn't make sense.
And make sense. Because maybe no. Was our shot has we need 2 games. Open play no.
Yeah, we need 2 games.
And not draw one.
Yeah.
Go Stars in open play. We need 1. And not both draw 2. So what you say? So how do you convince Obize? Do you know to me we need 2 games no? I will now move 6 points no. A ball draw back come man 7 points no. On moment anye cap no. Name mum your ball 3 matches. We need 1.
A draw 2.
Anka also working kind points now. Ebe 5 no. On mum never be but man on the ball competition no. So I was thinking there should have been someone at the meeting about challenges there.
Oh no, at the end remember na yes simple no yes say. Your ball penalty shootout to no win here you get 3 points. You lose no nothing
necessarily.
And we ban is anke be man determination na enya den. And I continue be ama ho.
No, even with this and me can say moving forward I was say mrano ebia we ne de I mean omo de determine we moving forward I was say ho no omo hwe no me say in the event that two teams enya the same points ye be hwe de wo wini anaso onya more wins
obetumi kura ko check ni omu nyina wins ye pe omu draw pe omu ahye goals pe omu concede pe
yellow cards pe
nti eno ne duru ba bia omu de disciplinary records bam no ne ade tie breaker ne de we say competition bi wo kra they don't use head to head obi susu use head to head Ghana Premier League ni say head to head applicable nti we may say mrebia na subject to review ni ade as we move along. That's fine. But the way Anna has for any behavior or pitch in so enrano and anami na yemi wanwa because you were aware mra de mamu and na board draw no you agreed to play the penalties.
Yeah, unless has for no catch say omo penyini na okomo mo hye mra na
wa me kan and your team ni problem.
And your own problem
and you be a problem.
Yeah, and they won't be fight external derby for no but I mean,
ya shishe mra
but that Ghazali more reaction on the pitch
as you could see say there was a communication gap.
And make sense go vi
na me kra meti
boy me made 2 matches match 2 matches am more penalty so
eso man we we see me kra mpo a meti here see at newsroom we omu wie match no omu bo Gold Stars match we ya na obisa asenti has win e be ko say am ka kire say pe omu mra ne de Gold Stars age in advance has win e won't change anything
and you see the amount of folks who can say Gold Stars for reactions after the game no didn't show say omu champions because your poor match now no pena now before Kotokoni has be kick off crown now Gold Stars champions but Gold Stars for it was like as if omu no munim say omu
champions e be a players no and no now expose one thing say most of the times reps now you do omu meeting regarding regulations and arrangements no omu ba they don't communicate extensively whatever happened there to the team and the other members including the playing body. Now we say no akura ikoyi ni shirt Nations FC player ikoyi ni shirt ya belong to Jesus. Say communication director and Beka say moving forward they will educate the players on the regulations because from the look of things player no kronya aware of emrano. Those are the issues. So what I say I mean it's an opportunity for us to do things right. See you say ko gina team anemu meeting bi mu a okwa the course wo na nye for unkwa pocket. You bring it back. Ne enchire mu nchire obi na obi anti ase. But if you keep it it's as if wa agree. So what I say no me there I understand it doesn't make sense but emra until you see a bit changing no masa yedi ediu no there was no need for them to be agitated the way ana technical team no kra na yesom we bi so what I say
who a bit of desperation say omu hia crew bi
say omu de omu fu say omu perform here or say the trophy ma omu so what I say but the regulations I mean one pom minim say bi I can be the representing omu say why the course
there's MD no
the Anku
yes on the
any Anku as general manager was MD wanya de kra oba na quickly also meet oshia ne nkofo na players
for all you know ebia kra na house form because the technical team nya where say penalty shoot at be tie breakers ni agent na ebia man practice because the news say their penalties no amount for argue say Ghana ye nya the penalty kicks into the opportunity be say by ye include penalty kicks na players na fa enye bibi te say the omodi sua boni ade so ebia mo fa ne say say penalties no crime matter but here's the case I na be tie breaker you understand
say
see I don't know
it's a problem with us ye pair king kind no ni ade no who say there bia na kofi manum ni at druba bi no omo a club bi enya asema no omo de omo awolo wani uluboy mo omo ade anu omo ya no omo to ombo ase Mickey Kraka ho Mickey Charles omo to ombo ase hwe mra na ntube hu a club no nya we player no wonim tubo se na wakoto mra pan no mo so akotra hey akwara fidie na yi no no mo pushi ko ti I mean I was say house for you proud of the performance a team ni exhibit science ni say no mo one did the team na could be a better 3 which is positive. They can build on it. Any can say wasted time on tie break canis head woman embrane daho ediwomu next time kind of year, but they were good performance there.
Unse ohwe ye regulation article 7:4 and a kasafa tie breaking no but before 4 no 3 ne HSM mika 7-3 no there shall be first and second rounds of the league on home and away basis. So what I say? 3 no Echima there shall be first and second rounds of the league on home and away basis. Inti eno ene de phone eba. Okay, so me read the phone now. The club which has scored the highest number of points at the end of the league shall be declared the champion. If 2 or more teams obtain the same number of points at the end of the competition, their ranking shall be determined as follows and in the stated order. In the first one, no, a greater number of points obtained in matches between the clubs concerned during the competition and they head to head. No, the entire me read it train and it say training indicate say you be ball ne home and away, but in the case of the top 4 no, ya more home and away. Into any kind say we use league, you know, say we use GFA, me say tie breaking no. And a dear for the top 4.
So when you
and I make
GFA tie breaking, you got can you see GFA?
There no you say run say and I'm run almost say
the first thing I say to break 2 teams, you know, board draw because there is no second game, you know, bebo penalty shootout. Now winner no, and 2 points. The obelusu penalty shootout and the 1 point na.
There's no problem.
Yeah.
But the problem here deciding the winner of the tournament. Gaka top 4 ran 5th one. No. I'll say in the event of 2 teams tying with the same number of points at the end of the tournament, and in all other methods applied by the GFA to separate them.
Into we all can other unze emvan say ye ko e bi omo ball penalties the emvan will be about 10-10 omo share 10-10 ni nyina. In that case one won't mean for penalty in breaky one from the other. So you apply other methods which is applicable by the GFA. Ni nyina twa kosi na bibia ye pa na afi akọhwe disciplinary records ni those are the things.
The head to head and decided the winner.
And not necessarily head to head, but the winner of penalty shootout no.
There be set penalty shooter and they understood say
because penalty shootout in the stars points could do 7 no.
I understood say you bought 1 game we are na you draw you be penalties na winner no in your 2 points na the obelus in your 1 what they understood but say about tournament in nyina we are then you be decided the winner no
and no ni ha no say when your boy no your ball draw your ball penalties no I won. Inti e ho no mo fa ne say the club that won on penalties no a win you.
So it means a head to head no mo decide here.
Not necessarily. You say eba no I say no. It can be head to head, not in the case of Yabo home and away. But Fanny say a penalty shootout no represent, let's say, a second game.
No,
in the understanding of more framing sa law we ni sa no mo no fa no say the penalty shootout will serve as another opportunity aside the 90 minutes plus time added on. It's I mean I agree with you say it does not necessarily make sense moving forward. I'm not sure say rules be say you know must be applied what I say but the point is obia ya aware man chere madwan fa so we die mwa yensesa no ene age atum ne yakostart tournament ntinye ya start ya wie no afi ebi awo no wako wo the losing side no and I will be making a case out of it. You see, that's the point. But I mean, no, yeah, being said,
the win and run the win say your ball penalty shoot, your ball draw,
and no, for league in Imrao. But every competition, the organizers know who can say, best set, competition rules.
So it means how I be determine the winner.
Where
a man set rules for that.
But how rules no situation rules no silent no. They refer to the mother body, which is GFA no regulation or the body.
America said the GFA they na refer to no. And no ye whereby ye bo home and away. And a GFA a use sa emrano. It deciding the winner. But in this case, what tournament na ye bono? And ye home and away. And ye two different competitions. As a
so basically, you are criticizing rule no more apply, you know. What you are saying?
Yes.
Say moving forward, then
even Enokrano me to me and said that clear deciding the winner of the tournament. You know?
All right.
And said that clear
penalties.
And said that
Ngomuha Abe the youngest Premier League goal scorer, and was Abe the youngest Liverpool goal scorer since Michael Owen. Michael Owen a few. But Premier League munyina no ono ni akwada kiti pa wa shego 16 years 361 days. So we are 3 days we no 17 years. Rio Ngomuha Liverpool for boy oni bob bruta.
Ensana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa ben no.
Amuzu bitters.
What's it?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
All right. It's my kitchen. A hona aduane panewo. Ope Ghana nnuane opa brochiri amanfo man so dia no akoto bi wo hadi wo achire ope so mo de aduane bre wa o me deliver na kama ope natural fruit juice aboagubu a wo didi na wo mixed fruit wo tangerine wo orange mango wo pineapple ginger bi si unchan ekoyie pa Mondays no obekọ ha kwa akoto catfish no mache aduane Wednesday bia pizza auto pizza ba kwa benya 2 na ya wada ba bia banku ene tilapia no Otoba kwa ubenya mienu. Almost serve local cocktails, almost serve pastries and smoothies. Or more floor, more rented for occasions and our programs event be a person who hobia. Baba Yara Stadium traffic light wa 0265 707070 0265 707070. Your birthday is na yempon. Happy birthday to Elvis, our pankrono. We free big brother, honorable of Angwamu of Tafu, or somehow happy birthday. And then next year the birthday of Nana Kufie Siedu Samuel, aka Sammy Tuga, or a sports journalist, was a data analyst and a commentator. And then I would anti-chairman, happy birthday, Yamin Shrapi. And then footballer, Abu Tony Cruz, yes, heavy pa. Or Bob Bruta, and then I would that. Chairman Yamishra be brain afe uncle so many more years. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Roxanne Opong, or an old student of Eduja Senior High School. We mate Benji of Infensis area, or somehow happy birthday. Okay. Another also Yedi Besi Ahase.
Ensana nubinasha no manabo.